Hey everyone, how are y'all? Michelle, how are you tonight? Hey Dan, how are you? Catherine, how are you? Libra Moon, how are you tonight? Dan Davis, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Hey TF, how are you? Kimmy, how are you? I don't know, I gotta find my phone charger. Hey Scott, how are you? Linda G, how are you tonight? Sweet Melissa, I'm doing good. How about yourself? Linda, I'm doing good. Hey Kelly, how are you? Shoot. Hey Gigi. Okay, y'all don't forget to put your chat on live chat. Hey JC, how are you? Sunset Gazing, how are you? Alright, email's pinned at the top of the chat if anyone needs it. Hey Big Al, how are you tonight? Scott, it's cold here tonight too, and it's supposed to start raining for the next day and a half. Vapor, how are you? Well, y'all, they finally released the affidavit tonight, or well, today. I'm trying to get it all situated over here. And they added some new charges for both the dad and the son. Lady V, how are you? Lady V, when are y'all supposed to be getting that? Jeez. I seen where it was snowing out like North Texas and parts of Oklahoma. Okay, I think I got everything moved around. Big Al, you doing all right tonight? I've got 1 to 3 inches coming tomorrow night. So, oh, well, all y'all getting snow, y'all can keep it. Oh, we're gonna get storms. Hey, Justin, how are you? All right. So, like I said, they have added some new charges to both Ramon and Christopher. So, last night when we watched the press conference, they said that the dad, Ramon, was only being charged with abuse of a corpse. Well, now he's also being charged with alter, destroy, or conceal a human corpse. So they added that to him, and then both of those charges have also been added to Christopher's, along with the capital murder for multiple persons. Did you know there was a missing? Angie, is it the one from Sulphur? Is that the one you're talking about? Just on, yeah, I'm doing good tonight. Yeah, Angie, I seen that one earlier today. I haven't looked into it though. I was trying to get all this other information on this case. So she left Cracker Barrel in a lift and went missing. Isn't she like 16 or something like that, Angie? 16 or 17? I remember seeing her picture earlier today. I think one of her pictures she was holding up a birthday cake or something like that. JAMP, how are you? All right, y'all give me a second. I need to look at something. Something's not right on my StreamYard for some reason. Okay, now we got it. JAMP, you are very welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, y'all. I'm about to pull up this affidavit real quick and read it, and then I will open up the panel. I'm just trying to get everything situated on my screen here. I've got too much stuff pulled up. I'm just gonna have to get me a bigger desk and get another monitor. I'm running out of room. Good Lord. Not what I wanted. Debbie Johnson, how are you? JAMP, they were arrested late yesterday afternoon. It's fine, Angie. I think I seen it on Twitter earlier today. I can go back and find it. I believe though I think she may be 17. Seems like I remember seeing a picture with her holding a cake that had the number 17 on it. HT, how are you? Ginger, how are you tonight? Okay, and I also wanted to say real quick that there is some people on social media that's saying that the dad has bonded out. He has not. He's still in jail, unless VineLink is just not updating their information. Because as of right now, it still says on there that his custody status is in custody. And his bond, let's see, the dad's bond total is $600,000 and the son's is $2 million. Thank you, Ginger. All right, so let me get this affidavit pulled up here. And it's only like 6 pages, so it's not too awful long, but little dude is trying to say it was a self-defense type thing. Hey, Yorkie Mama, how are you? And the lettering on this, y'all, is horrible. So it may be hard for y'all, some of y'all, to see it. But it's the affidavit for arrest warrant, and it says the undersigned affiant, Deputy Jeremy Goodwin, number 2322, being a peace officer under the laws of the state of Texas and being duly sworn on oath, makes the following statements and accusations. Hey, Margaret, how are you? A victim in this case has been identified as Savanah Nicole Soto, date of birth August 22nd, 2005, hereinafter referred to as Victim 1. A victim in this case has been identified as Matthew Gabriel Guerra, date of birth October 2001, hereinafter referred to as Victim 2. And just on, yeah, I mean, they don't believe that it was self-defense. And they'll even say it in this document here. The wounds don't add up with what he says that happened that night. And I'm thinking that there may be some other people involved, even though the police have said that these are the only two suspects, because they're literally saying that everything happened within like 4 minutes. All right, so an actor in this case has been identified as Christopher Ray Perciato, date of birth is September 2004, hereinafter referred to as the defendant. Said defendant is further identified in SAPD computer files under SID number 1191061. It is the belief of your affiant that the offense of capital murder of multiple persons was committed on or about the 21st day of December in Bexar County, Texas. So apparently they did have the date correct when we were talking about it last night, and I was saying that there were people that had said they saw her on the 22nd. Apparently nobody's seen her on the 22nd, because that video that we watched with the truck in the car and this and that and the guy getting out of the truck was early, I believe, after midnight, early morning 22nd. All right, so your affiant has probable cause for said belief by reason of the following facts. On December the 23rd, 2023, Leon Valley Police received a call for a missing person report. Family of the missing person stated she was supposed to be induced for her pregnancy and did not show up for an appointment. The family advised that they had not been able to get a hold of the female and stated that she was not answering her phone. A check of the hospitals was conducted by the family, and it was found that the female was not at any of the hospitals. It was found that the female lived with her boyfriend. However, the family of the boyfriend advised that they were not able to get in touch with him as well. The female was entered as a missing person by Leon Valley. Okay, hold on one second, Dan, and I'll zoom in just a little bit. All right. So further investigation found that the female and her boyfriend were not responding to any phone calls, and their whereabouts were unknown. Media broadcasts on the news the story of the missing female and her boyfriend. In the media, the boyfriend's car description was broadcast in the media and was said to be a 2013 gray Kia Optima. On December the 26th, 2023, a resident of 5903 Danny K. Drive messaged the family of the female and advised them that they believed the vehicle was parked at 5903 Danny K. Drive. The family contacted Leon Valley and drove to the location. Upon Leon Valley Police arrival to the location, Leon Valley Police observed the vehicle. Inside of the vehicle was a deceased pregnant female in the front seat and a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. San Antonio police were contacted and your client made the location. Upon arrival to the location, your client observed the vehicle. The vehicle was a 2013 Kia Optima with Texas license plate TRC-9447. Your client checked the VIN number, and the VIN number was the same VIN number that was broadcast on the news for the missing couple. A check of the information through NCIC TCIC showed that the vehicle belonged to the boyfriend of the female. Your client observed the front right passenger side of the vehicle. Your client observed a deceased, a pregnant female inside of the front right passenger seat. Due to your client's knowledge of the female on a previous murder case from 2022, your client recognized the female to be that of the missing female. The female appeared to have trauma to her head. Your client then observed the back seat of the vehicle and observed a deceased male in the back seat. The deceased male resembled the boyfriend to the female. The male had an apparent gunshot wound to his head. It appeared that the male had been dragged into the vehicle, and your client did not observe any weapon near the male. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? A search warrant was requested so entry into the vehicle could be conducted. While waiting for the search warrant, your client spoke to the families of the female and the male. It was found that the boyfriend to the female sold narcotics and would use his phone through cellular communication as well as social media to sell the narcotics. It was also advised that the boyfriend would post money and narcotics on Instagram. It was stated that people wanted to rob the boyfriend, and it was stated that the boyfriend had been shot at before. The family provided your client with the phone number of the female. The family of the male provided your client with the phone number as well as his Instagram. When the search warrant arrived at the location, a search of the vehicle was conducted. The search found spent shell casings in the vehicle. However, there was no weapon recovered in the vehicle. There was apparent blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle that was not consistent with the boyfriend causing harm to the female. Both the female and the male had gunshot wounds to the head, and the male also had apparent drag marks on his back. It was believed that the female and the male were killed at a different location, and the vehicle was driven back to the recovered location, or driven to the recovered location. Harley Ryder, how are you? So during further investigation, your client found a video surveillance video at 5903 Danny K. The video surveillance found that on December the 21st, 2023, around 23:59 hours, a Chevrolet Silverado gray driving with its lights off from the vehicle recovered location. The Silverado pulled into the middle of the back parking lot and parked the vehicle. The victim's vehicle could be seen approaching the Chevrolet Silverado. The victim's vehicle parked next to the Silverado. A heavy-set male exited the Silverado, and the driver's side door of the victim's vehicle opened. The heavyset male approached the driver of the victim's vehicle and appeared to speak to the driver. The heavyset male then got a towel from his vehicle and appears to wipe down the outside of the victim's vehicle door where he had touched the vehicle. The driver of the victim's vehicle exited the vehicle for a brief moment and sat back in the driver's seat. The driver did not match the description of the female victim or the male victim. The Hispanic male got back into his vehicle. The victim's vehicle drove behind the building where the vehicle was found on December 26, 2023. The Silverado followed the victim's vehicle. Approximately 3 minutes later, the Silverado was observed leaving from behind the building where the victim's vehicle was found. The victim's vehicle did not leave the location. It was believed that the victims were already deceased in the vehicle at the time the video was observed. It is believed the unknown driver and heavyset male parked the victim's vehicle at the location in an effort to hide the vehicle. On January the 2nd, 2024, your affiant provided one of the victim's cell phones to Detective Knox at the Technical Investigations Unit. On January 3rd, 2024, your affiant received the phone download from Detective Knox. Your affiant found that the victim had recently searched the street of Charlie Chan Drive. Due to your affiant's knowledge of the crime scene area, your affiant was aware that Charlie Chan Drive was a couple of blocks away from the victim vehicle recovery location. So what I had pulled up on Google Maps last night, and I said I wasn't going to show it until I had verification that was their house. The dad, hey Tech Dad, the dad and the son's house. That was the location. It was literally what I'd say 0.6 of a mile from where the car was found. So your affiant conducted computer research and was able to locate a vehicle that looked identical to the suspect vehicle seen on camera with the victim vehicle. Your affiant did research on the owner of the vehicle and found the owner of the vehicle matched the description of the male that exited the vehicle on camera. Homicide detectives went to the vehicle location listed above and found the listed vehicle at this location. While at the residence on Charlie Chan, a person identified as Ramon Perciado reported knowing why SAPD was at his residence. Ramon informed SAPD detectives to speak with his son, identified as Christopher Perciado. Ramon and Christopher were transferred to SAPD Homicide to speak with your affiant, while additional SAPD detectives searched the residence on Charlie Chan Drive under the authority of a search warrant. Your affiant spoke with Ramon after Ramon was read his Miranda warnings. Ramon admitted to driving his Chevrolet Silverado to 5903 Danny K Drive, where he met Christopher. Ramon identified himself on surveillance video from 5903 Danny K Drive as the person observed exiting the Chevy Silverado. Ramon reported meeting Christopher at this apartment complex, who was driving another vehicle. This vehicle is the vehicle in which Matthew Guerra and Savanah Soto were found deceased. Ramon admitted to assisting Christopher at 5903 Danny K Drive. Ramon knowingly treated the human corpse of Matthew Guerra, Savanah Soto, and the unborn child of Savanah, named Fabian, in an offensive manner by leaving them in the abandoned vehicle. Your affiant then spoke with Christopher Perciado after Christopher was read his Miranda warnings. Christopher reported Matthew and Savanah drove to his residence on Charlie Chan Drive to sell Christopher marijuana. Christopher went on to provide a version of events that were inconsistent with evidence collected at the scene and from the victim's recovered vehicle. Christopher claimed that the male victim pointed a weapon at him, and Christopher was able to manipulate the weapon, resulting in the female being shot. Christopher then said that the weapon was pointed at him again, and he manipulated the weapon again, resulting in the male victim being shot. So he's trying his best to claim self-defense. And it's just not adding up, and the police know that. So Christopher Perciado's statement is inconsistent with the gunshot wounds suffered by Matthew Guerra and Savanah Soto and the evidence located at the crime scene. Christopher intentionally discharged a firearm at Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra with the intention of causing the death. The actions of Christopher Preciado resulted in the death of Matthew Guerra, Savanah Soto, and Savanah Soto's unborn child named Fabian. Your affiant has reason to believe and does believe the said defendant, Christopher Ray Preciado, on or about the 21st day of December 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, intentionally caused the death of multiple persons in violation of section 19.03 of the Penal Code of the State of Texas. Therefore, your affiant respectfully requests a warrant be issued for the arrest of the defendant Christopher Ray Preciado, charging him with the felony criminal offense of capital murder, multiple persons, in violation of the section number 19.03 of the Penal Code of the State of Texas. All right, and that's just where it was dated, signed, the time, and then there's his warrant for his arrest. And it just says, to any peace officer of any court within the state of Texas, you are hereby commanded to take the body of Christopher Ray Preciado, last known address 5735 Charlie Chan Drive in San Antonio, Texas, and it has this description. If the individual be found in your county and the individual is safely kept, so that you can have the individual before the magistrate court, Bexar County, Texas, to hold forthwith to answer to the state of Texas, wherein the individual is charged with a criminal offense of capital murder, multiple persons. So that was what they arrested him for, and then they just tacked on those 2 extra charges after we saw the whole press conference last night and all this and that. And that's just the first part, like the first page of the arrest warrant. Hold on, let me update my Vine link real quick. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the panel, but I do have a couple of other things that I'm also gonna pull up here. I don't know if y'all can see that very good. I'll try to zoom it in a little bit. But this is just showing each one of their charges. Where did it? Libra Moon, I don't know why he has a bond when he shouldn't have one. Really, neither one of them should have one, honestly. All right, so he's charged with capital murder, multiple person, alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse, and then abuse of a corpse. So that's for Christopher. And then here's all the dad stuff, but it's just going to be these top 2 right here. That's his. These other ones are his also, but that's the ones we were talking about last night. That's from like 1988, 1999. Do we have CaseNet? Michelle, I don't know. Because this is coming straight from the Bexar County website. So the dad was originally charged last night when he was arrested, abuse of a corpse, but they also added the alter, destroy, or conceal a human corpse. So they added that charge as well after we watched the press conference from last night. But his dad has tried to evade arrest in like 1988, criminal mischief, in 88, unauthorized use of a vehicle in 88, and then in 99, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. So his dad has for sure been in trouble before. Now the son's going to go away more than likely for life, if not get the death penalty. We are discussing the Savanah, Soto, and Matthew Guerra case. Yeah, a Harley rider, I don't think he's going anywhere. They would have to come up with a certain percent of that, and they're not going to be able to. Now, the dad's total bond is 600,000. He would only have to come up with a certain percent of that. I mean, if they own their house, they could put that up. He does own a business. I'm pretty sure they could put the business up, but I don't think he's going to bond out either. But a lot of people were thinking that the dad had already bonded out. But like I said, on VineLink, it's still saying that he's still in custody. Princess Megan, how are you? See, I'm so behind on this one. Well, you know that they did arrest him last night, finally, which I'm glad that they did. I'm still thinking, though, that there may be somebody else that could be possibly involved in this, only because they're saying that Matthew and Savanah arrived at his house at, was it 11:50 p.m. on the 21st, and the car doesn't start moving again until 11:54. So what he is saying that happened and claiming this whole self-defense thing, which we know isn't true and the police know isn't true. Um, I'm wondering if he already had a weapon with him whenever he got in their car and already had all this planned out to do what he did. See, she was pregnant and the dad and the guy girl were arrested. Okay, so yeah, she was pregnant. She was actually a week past due and was supposed to go in that Saturday. She was supposed to be induced. The boy that they're saying murdered them is 19 years old. So him and his dad both have been arrested. And it was said in the very beginning that they were last seen on the 22nd, but now the police are coming out with a totally different timeline saying that this happened right before midnight on the 21st. And then last night, we keep saying 4 minutes is quick, but look at BQ and what he did in 12 minutes for people. Yeah, I know, Dorky Mama. I'm thinking that he had, there's somebody else was involved in this or put him up to doing it or something like that. But last night, after it was announced that there was two arrests made and they had the whole press conference and all that, and it was put out what their address was and everything, somebody went to their house and there's a black vehicle that's still in the parking lot or in the driveway, and somebody went and spray painted on this car baby killer on this car. Is it, well, it's in, I've got a picture of it right here. Hey Lady B, how are you?
I'm good. Am I breaking up?
No, I can hear you.
Okay. When I first came on, I was kind of stuttering, so I wasn't sure if I was breaking up or not.
Oh no, you're not. You're good. I can hear you.
That's a statement.
Right. This is, and the only reason why we got this is, hey Avery, how are you? Um, is the neighbor that lives not, it's okay, so their house is at a corner. Not the house, not the road that their house is on, but the road that runs beside of their house. Someone lives across the street. from their house across that street. And they had noticed earlier this morning that they were saying it was FBI, but it could have been FBI or it could have been a detective that had went there, and they picked a lady up, which more than likely was Christopher's mom, Ramon's wife, and put her in the car and left with her. More than likely, they were bringing her in for questioning. The theory or the motive was that this was, they're saying, as the drug deal gone wrong.
Right.
So there, there was like a person out at the corner of the street with a camera, uh, and there's people driving by the house. Like I know that there was one YouTuber that was out and drove by the house. Uh, and so this neighbor is recording these people outside leaving with the mom, and people got a screenshot of the car. Somebody went and tagged the car overnight
Wow. Is that
with
a
this.
skeleton thing in his car, in his truck?
Isn't that that's from a video game, I believe.
Yeah, but I think it's like, I mean, does he have it up there for sun protection or something?
I think that's what it is. One of those
That's a
things you put in your windshield.
that's a pretty uncaring thing to put in your windshield after what you did.
Well, I think that truck there is Christopher's older brother.
Still, man.
Okay, and where is people seeing the number 3 out on the window?
Right there.
On this window?
It's like a clock. Yeah, right there.
Oh, I can't zoom it in or it gets blurry.
Right. Well,
But
if you don't zoom it in and you kind of step back, it kind of looks like a 3. See right there? Now it kind of looks like a 3.
okay, because I've seen where somebody else said something about a 3, and they were wondering if they were bragging about what they had done, and I was like, I don't see a number 3 anywhere.
No, it's a clock behind some curtains from what I
Okay.
saw.
Let's see. So Big L, isn't that like from the Punisher? That's from a video game,
Yeah,
right?
I think it is a Punisher.
Hey, Mountain
It's a
Mama, how are you?
I mean,
It is the Punisher.
It's a show, too.
Oh, okay.
I used to make lots of tumblers, and people would request the Punisher on them. So
Uh-huh.
I cut many of those out of vinyl. I
I
know that.
thought kind of like, really, you should maybe have taken, I don't care who it is in the family, they should have taken that down. That's
Yeah. But
So I have a
I'm
couple questions.
okay. Go ahead.
Because I have not been able to figure out if what's what. But did the son live with the parents in this house?
I think so. I mean, they haven't said otherwise that he didn't live there or that he does. I'm thinking he probably does.
So the crime would have been committed right in front of that house.
The way they're saying it, yes. It would
Okay,
have
and
been
then
in front of
um,
their house.
and then my second question is, did Ramon did he bond out? Because some people are saying
No,
he did, some people
no,
are saying he did not.
no, he did not. He is still on VineLink as in custody. And hold on,
Oh,
I can pull that up right now because I have a friend of mine who lives not far from me, and we both have a friend who lives in San Antonio, Texas. And she was asking me, did he bond out? And so I went straight to VineLink, and it says right there he's still in custody. And that was like earlier today when she'd asked me, and I
oh.
have been like every time it registers in my brain about VineLink, I go and hit the refresh button on it.
I
So
looked up his charges, and then I seen where other people had done the same thing, and his minimum is 6 months in prison. His max is 12 months, or is 2 years, with a $10,000 fine if he's found guilty.
for the dad,
Yeah, for the dad.
yeah, and see, they also both of the charges that the dad has because he just has the 2. Uh,
Oh, I thought he just had abuse of a corpse.
no, see, okay, that's what he had originally last night. That's what they arrested him on.
Oh,
Just like with Christopher, they arrested him for capital murder. But now it is, and I'll bring it back up. I still have it pulled up on my screen.
so the
Um,
charges have changed.
well, it's these top two right here. The other ones are from years ago, but he still has the abuse of a corpse, and then he has altered, destroyed, or concealed a human corpse. So
Oh,
they added that charge to him. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Um,
okay.
for Christopher, he was only charged last night when we were listening to it for capital murder.
Mhm.
But now, hold on, let me get his in here. His, he has three charges now. He has capital murder, multiple person, alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse, and then abuse of a corpse. So he has the same two charges that his dad has. He also
Mhm.
has on top of the capital murder, multiple person
I
charge.
mean, it should be three separate capital murder charges, I think.
It should be listed like that, but I think because the way they put it with multiple persons, um, I'm wondering if they're counting the baby in that because they have not, they said last
Mhm.
night, we're going to speak to our DA and find out what the DA wants to do as far as the unborn baby. So I'm wondering if the multiple person includes the baby or if it's just for Savanah and Matthew. Because honestly, I think it should be capital murder for Savanah Soto, the
Mhm.
same charge for Matthew Guerra, and the same charge for baby Fabian.
Right.
Right, that's what I think too. I
Yeah.
wonder if in Texas, when they go with a capital murder charge, if they don't just combine it into one charge. I I wouldn't think so, but I don't know.
I don't know. I've never seen it multiple
Charge,
person like this.
could it be one charge, 3 counts?
I mean, it could be, but I don't see. Like, let me pull up the details here. You see right here, offense description. It just says capital murder, multiple person,
Hmm.
and that he does have a court date. Where did I see the court date? Wait, hold on. Is it down here? Hold on. I know there's a court date for February, or maybe that was just the dad. No, that must have just been the dad. But his bond on this one, on the murder charges,
Ooh, go down to where it
is
said no firearms.
okay. That
Um,
is all right. So people are thinking that if he's done bonded out, a lot of people's getting this confused. Those are his conditions if he bonds out. He has to
oh, oh,
get
oh.
order GPS, full house arrest, no contact order, which would be for both families. He has to submit a drug and alcohol test, random testing,
Okay.
can't have firearms, can't have alcohol, and all that. That's what all that's for. That doesn't mean that he's bonded out. A lot of people were getting
Yeah.
that confused because it also has that on the dads, but maybe it's the dad that I seen. Let me go back to his because maybe it was the dad that had a court date. Let's see. I know I've seen it somewhere. Yes, right here. Pre-hearing sets, uh, February the 6th, 2024. But see, his has the same thing. On this charge, he has it's $100,000 bond, and then if he bonds out, he has all the same conditions. No alcohol, no firearms, random testing, drug alcohol tests, no contact order, all that. So
Yeah, I actually seen it on a news clip today, but you know how some of those news channels, you think they're like a legitimate one, but then they're not?
mhm.
Right.
So it may have been one of those because that lady was saying that the dad had bonded out, and then I didn't have time to go check and see if it was one of those. I call them gotcha news channels because you think they're
Yeah.
legitimate, and then you click on them and it's like gotcha ass.
Well, there was a lady that's on the Facebook group that she had posted her husband's, like where he had been arrested. His looked just exactly like what Christopher and Ramon's looks like. All of their case details and everything. And she had posted, I'm scrolling as I'm talking, trying to find it. But it had like how much his bond was, and then it showed where he had bonded out. Like it had it listed on there. And then it had next to the dad's where his just says bond amounts. And she said if he would have bonded out, it would say just like it does on my husband's.
Well, it said out of custody.
Where does it say that at?
It was whatever I seen earlier today, the news thing. It said released from custody or out of custody. I can't remember which.
Unless VineLink is not showing or not updating their stuff, because it does say on there that they sent the information over to the VineLink.
Mm-hmm. This was not VineLink. This was on the jail website, I guess. But
Okay,
then
that's
I
what
seen a video
that's what I'm
tonight.
because
Yeah,
this that I have pulled up now is it's Bear County.
yeah, and then I seen a video tonight, which I did not click on it, but it said he is not bonded out. Let the family have peace. So I'm like, okay, I guess they would know better than us because they're right there in the area.
And I think someone had said that he was, excuse me, transferred to another county. Okay.
Oh, okay, now that might be
I
how
mean,
it.
not
Well,
another county. I'm sorry, transferred to another facility. But I have not seen that. Okay, so I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because I don't want to get the ladies.
You know how you just have that one pulled up of Christopher where you clicked view details and then it said location jail. Can you click the view details on Ramon and see what the location says? Okay.
Yep. Hold on. Let me pull it back up. Okay. So here's all of his case stuff right here. And does it still say location jail right there? Hold on. Whenever I click on that, it expands it out some. Now, where did it say on Christopher's that you've seen on this?
Okay, scroll back up to the top. Right there, location.
Yeah,
jail.
it just says jail.
Is that, but okay, so he's in jail then.
And see, on VineLink, it says Bear County Jail is where his custody detail is.
Okay. Yeah, because if he was out, I don't think it would say that right there.
Oh, no, it would have it, and I've got the screenshot I'm about to pull up, where it says right here, bond set. If he would have made bond, it would have that in here, which I'm fixing to pull that screenshot up. I just got to find it real quick.
Why would they give Christopher a bond amount?
I don't know, but I don't understand that.
And what is it, $1 million?
It's, no, $2 million.
Oh, $2 million.
So the capital murder multiple person bond is $1 million. The alter, destroy, conceal human corpse is $500,000, and then abuse of a corpse is $500,000. Okay, so let me pull this up. I screenshotted this off of the um, Facebook group. Okay, so this one over here with the one circle is the dad's stuff, and it shows bond set. No, I'm sorry, this may be Christopher's because is that's a million, isn't it? I can't see how many zeros that is, but I think this is where it says a million. Okay, but right here, this was the woman who posted this. It's the same site, fair.org, same county and everything. His bond was made and then released on bond. And that's what she was trying to show people, that if the dad would have been released on bond, it would have that on there with the date that he was released and everything. So if that pops up on there, then I would say, yeah, he's been released. So how much would it cost the bonding amount? KK, isn't it like 10% of your bond that you have to pay, or 10 or 12%, something like that? Okay, so King Scarlett said he was transferred to Barra County. I called myself. He is in Barra County, or Barra County, however you pronounce it. But okay, thank you, King Scarlett. And King Scarlett, that's just for the dad, right? Christopher is still in Barra County. Hey, honey, how are you? So, yeah. So, and then there was, oh, I was wanting to show y'all because I didn't get to show y'all last night. I'm going to show y'all how close this is. And I was talking about, like, literally how close it is from where he lived at to where the car was found. Commander, how are you? Let me pull this up. All right, so this is their house. Like I was saying last night, not that house, this house. There's a truck sitting in the driveway. And that's how they found out where these people lived at, because when they found Savannah's phone in the car, she had recently Google searched Charlie Chan Drive. Hey Terry, how are you? What was it? Wasn't it 5903? Is that it? I don't know if y'all can see this or not. But where it says right there, Rue Burgundy, this long blue line right here, that right there is where the car was found, along that long blue line. That's how close their house was to where the car was found. Dad is in Barra County. That's why it said released, because he was transferred to Barra County. Son, I don't know. Only check Dad because of rumors. Thank you, King Scarlet. So I don't know why they would have taken the car and dumped it that close to their house. Hey, Boomer Girl. But it seems like somebody would have taken a car in this situation further out, possibly out of town if they could. Okay, so Avery's internet is down. Lady V, you still up here with me?
Yeah, I just didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're good. I just realized Avery wasn't up here until I seen her in chat. But yeah, that's super close. Like just six
That
tenths
just,
of a mile.
I mean, you could have at least taken it 2 or 3 miles, you know?
Right, and got it away from the area of your house. But I mean, either way, with them finding Savannah's phone, and even if they wouldn't have had her phone, they still could have did the data download and would have seen where she searched for the Charlie Chan Drive. And I mean, they just basically did what we do: got on Google Maps and went to looking around Charlie Chan Drive, and they found a house that had a truck that looked like the same truck that was on uh, the surveillance footage. And they got the address, looked up the address of who lived there, same description as the guy that got out of the truck on the video.
Wow.
I
I
just
bet-
don't understand why it took them a week from the time that they were found to them giving the cell phone to a tech guy.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, because they did that on January the 2nd. I mean, they were found on the 26th, the day after Christmas. I do understand about New Year's and all this and that, but they had a few days after they were found that they could have done that. Hey, CJK, how are you?
Man, I'd love to see their interrogation.
It'll eventually be released, and I may send in a FOIA because I want to listen to it
Oh, yeah.
and see if I can get it. KK, probably, yeah, it could have to do with the holidays like New Year's or whatever. But I mean, they had from like New Year's was what, on a Monday? So they had from that the day after they were found, which was a Wednesday, like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they could have done it. And they might have, if they would have done it sooner, they might have been arrested sooner. It's just sad to think though that this 19-year-old boy and his dad, they got to spend Christmas with their family,
Yeah,
where Savannah and Matthew were still sitting in a car deceased, still missing at that time.
that's terrible.
Does he seem strong enough to drag a grown man into the backseat of a car? Tiff, I actually thought about it because Matthew is very tall and lanky, just from what we've seen in pictures. Uh, this little Christopher boy doesn't look like he's very tall, but he's kind of bigger in the body. I mean, I think it's possible, but I don't think it would have been done in 4 minutes
Yeah,
of something happening in the car where he, unallows both of them, has to get, unless Matthew was out of the car when it happened, and then drug him into the back seat. Or I'm wondering, is Big Al still in here?
that he made him get in the back seat first. No, because he was behind the ear, right?
It was behind the right ear, both of them were. That's why police knew that his version of
Right,
what had happened isn't what happened.
right. It doesn't make sense.
Right. But I'm wondering, hold on, let me put the link in chat real quick. Because they're saying that they pulled up, well, they're saying that the phone pinged at 11:50 p.m. Hey, the Rockaways, how are you? Big Al, how are you?
Big Al.
So I
Can
got
you hear?
you on it.
Do what?
I got a theory. You want it?
What?
He met up with them to hook up. He jumped in the back seat like you do when there's two people in the front seat.
Uh-huh.
He shot her first. The guy turned his head because it's been documented that he got it under his right ear, correct? We
Well,
heard.
yeah, they said to begin with it was said behind the right ear, but then it was said, I think in the back of the head.
Okay, so
And
either way, it came from behind them.
right, and he had contact.
He was so he put it right to him to make sure that he got it.
Right.
They both only got shot once.
Hmm.
He was in the back seat hooking up and decided for whatever reason he was going to rob them or they were mean to it, whatever. For whatever his reason was, it happened in less than 5 seconds. He panicked, got out, drug him out of the driver's seat, put him in the back. He probably was wearing his pants around his thighs like most kids do, which is why his pants were down.
That makes sense.
He slid him into the back seat, and if he was trying to slide him into the car and his pants got hung up on the back seat, it pulled him down even more.
Right.
He got in the car, moved the car, called his daddy, said, "Daddy, I'm fucked. I need your help."
Mhm.
Daddy showed up with the towel instead of a gas can, which is a horrible move, and did their wipe down thing, and that was that. But I think it was a drug robbery. I really do.
I agree.
I think the kid bragged way too much, and this kid,
Yeah, he did.
for whatever reason, came out of his basement, quit playing GTA or whatever video game, and got his brain all fucking puddinged out, and he decided he was going to get a score.
Okay, so I do have a question about something though.
Okay.
Okay, so it says that the car pinged, but more than likely it was Savannah's phone that pinged instead of the car. It's saying that it pinged at 11:50, and the car didn't move again until 11:54. How long would the car need to be sitting there at their house or outside of his house, uh, with the phone inside of it for it to hit a tower and ping? Is it just like instant, or does it need to be?
I mean,
sitting there?
usually it pings when there's a service, some type of service is running on the phone.
Okay.
If it's a location ping, that's whatever is the provider has set up. I don't know if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. Who knows?
So there is a chance though that they could have been sitting outside this boy's house for longer than 4 minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, the ping
Okay.
could be a Snapchat coming in. The ping could be an Instagram message coming in.
Okay.
It could just be something sent to the phone. It doesn't mean that when they say ping, it doesn't necessarily mean the cellular network's going, "Where are you?" It just means something went to that phone and that's where it was.
Like, how many notifications do you get?
Well, right.
I get like a jillion of them.
Yeah,
I turn most of mine off because I can't stand them. But I mean, it's any app you have on your phone, and these kids are running WeChat, they're running Snapchat, they're running, all the shit they're running.
Telegram,
and
yeah,
all stuff that they're running is pinging off of towers.
Because
sending and receiving packets is a ping.
It said that that's where the car pinged at, which we know, like I said, was the phone that it pinged in the was it the Cary Grant Drive and Charlie Chan Drive area, but she had also looked up Charlie Chan Drive, which is the road that the boy lives on.
So they were delivering drugs.
Well, he's claiming that they came to his house to sell him weed. It's what the affidavit says. But I mean, if he shot Matthew in the front seat and then got him out, and they said that Matthew had drag marks on his back. Hey, Jelly Bean, how are you?
Makes sense.
So it seems to me like there should be some type of blood maybe around there.
Maybe on the asphalt wherever it happened.
Where he drug him at.
But if it rained or dew or whatever.
Oh yeah, that too. It could wash it away.
But here's the thing: what a lot of people don't realize. Okay, do we know how much this kid weighed? He looked like he was tall.
I never seen an official description of him of his height and his weight, but he looked very tall. Probably, I mean, it said
kind of lanky.
Yeah, because
probably
Savannah
170 pounds maybe. Ish.
Well, it said Savannah was 5'1", Because
Okay,
she's
so
the
he
one
was
that had the
probably.
missing person report done on her. He never had one done on him. His family never put
Well, I
a
saw the
missing,
picture of him and her together.
and she's like right
Sh-
below his shoulders.
Yeah, so let's call him
6.
175 pounds,
Okay.
just for the sake of argument. He's probably between 150 and 175.
And probably what, 6 foot
Take
2, 3?
Yeah, I
Is
mean
she's 5'1"?
he's lanky. It's a lot of human being. Now think about what it takes to pick up I don't know, 6 25-pound bags of charcoal, because that's about where you're at.
Okay.
That's for most people to get your arms around 6 bags of charcoal and move them is going to be work. So getting him out of the driver's seat, around the back door, up into the back seat was work, because that's no other way to say it, dead weight.
Right.
I mean, you're trying to move dead weight. There's nothing to help you.
So did Daddy come outside and help him move him?
I don't know, but you know that if it was right by his house, they didn't want that car found by his house
Right. No, they just took it 6/10 of a mile down the street, and
and dumped it behind an apartment building that is shady as hell.
yeah.
I just can't
Okay.
believe it was.
Yeah, it was like
It
right
was not
there.
easy for one. What I'm saying is, it was not easy for one person to move a body from the front seat and get him into the back seat.
No, I don't think it
He
was.
had to be struggling like a mofo to make that happen.
I just can't believe they just dropped it a 16th of a mile. That's just crazy. I
I
mean,
mean, you
glad
read the dad's rap sheet. The dad's obviously had a checkered past too. I'm surprised he just showed up with a beach towel and not a gas can. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean
If you're there to help your kid
he
to
had an
hide what he
aggravated
did,
assault with a deadly weapon charge.
yeah, he's not. The dad had his brush too. So to just show up with a towel, and I think somebody was in that truck
oh yeah.
with him.
Oh,
There was a passenger in that truck.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
because you can see where they threw the towel to him.
Yeah.
But this morning though, it was either some people were saying that it was, uh, they thought that it was FBI. It could have been FBI or it could have been a detective from the police department. They came and picked the lady up. But it more than likely it was
The
Ramon's wife.
girlfriend.
Well, it was an older lady. So I'm thinking probably Christopher's mom, Ramon's wife, that they went and picked up. It wasn't a younger girl. And they put her in the front seat of the car, and it was just like a regular civilian looking car, but you could tell the dude was law enforcement, and left with her.
Well, I'm sure they questioned her and asked her if she was in the truck.
I mean, but shouldn't she be charged too? I mean, she literally got in the truck. She knew what they were going to do.
Maybe she didn't. Maybe he just said, "Get in the truck." Maybe
But
the
she
kid
threw,
called him. He panicked and said, "Come on, we got to go." She didn't know what the hell was going on until she got there. Who knows? I mean, I don't
I
know.
mean,
But it sure seems to me like this is just it sounds like a drug rip,
that's what
100%.
police think it is.
He
It
was
was
in
a
the
drug
back
deal
seat
gone wrong.
when they were shot, and the reason the inside of the car is the way it is because he had to struggle to get him out of there, to move the car and get it away from his house. What blows my mind is if they were in a residential area and 2 shots popped off, either A, it was a very small caliber gun,
Mm-hmm.
or B, it was a medium caliber and they had the windows were up. But even then, you can still probably hear it.
But
Although
I
the
mean,
closer it is to the skin, the less you're going to hear, because the gases is what creates the noise from a gunshot. And if they go into something and don't come out,
mm-hmm.
there's no exit, you're not going to hear it.
Right.
Okay,
You know?
but would you be able? Would the sound itself, would that like shatter any window or anything?
No, not the sound. It'd have to be a projectile.
Okay.
Because I mean, you can take hypothetically. Let's just start this out with that. Hypothetically, you can take a 2-liter bottle and duct tape it to the end of a pistol,
And make it a silencer.
and it's gonna silence it by 80 to 90%.
Right.
Yeah.
You can do it with a
But
20-ounce bottle. You could do it with a paper carton for milk. Anything to trap that initial explosion of gas is going to
mhm.
muffle the sound.
But I'm sure in that area though, they probably hear shots all the time and don't think anything about it.
You know, not that this kid would be smart enough to do it, but back in the day, we used to make silencers out of oil filters.
I've never heard of that one.
We have a threaded barrel on the end of a pistol, and it's threaded for the same size threads as a small, like, lawnmower oil filter, and you
Mhm.
screw it on, and you get 2, maybe 3 shots out of it before it tears it up, and it's a silencer, 100%.
Hmm.
You can Google it, but just use somebody's computer that you don't like, because it's not one you want to really be looking up. But I mean, it literally is a silencer. But I think we're talking a small caliber weapon. He planned it. It was a rip. He got her first, then him. You know, I don't think he got him first because she would have flipped the fuck out. I think he got her first, and he didn't know he was reacting still. But if he
But
did it quick, I mean, he didn't have time to really react if he wasn't
okay,
expecting it.
but see, she was behind the right ear also, so
Right.
that
So he
means
had to
he
be
would
sitting
have.
behind her.
He would have had to have been behind her, and he would have had to have put the weapon between the headrest on the seat
Yep. And the A
and
pillar.
yeah, and
Yep.
that's a very tight spot right there.
Or if her headrest is up,
Well,
he
yeah,
had a
that
clear
too.
view right at the back of her neck.
Yeah.
But what makes me curious about my own theory, if that's what happened, is they said originally, I think it was on your channel you talked about it. There was stippling on his neck, but not on hers.
Yeah, he had the sibling.
Contact. Yeah.
Yeah, his cause of death was a contact gunshot wound.
Yeah. So
That's what his was.
I'm thinking if he's got the pistol in his right hand and he's in the back passenger seat and he shoots her between the headrest and the top of the seat, all he's got to do is swing over 14, 15 inches and extend his hand and he's right at his neck.
All right.
And that can happen in less than 5 seconds
But
if he doesn't panic. But consider it's the first time he's shot somebody.
I mean, it's the first time this boy's ever been in. Well,
Now he's
I don't know
shooting 2
about in
people.
trouble, right?
I
And
mean,
one's pregnant.
that's pretty amazing to be able to pull that off without panicking. But I think the panic came when he realized, oh shit, I got 2 dead people in a car in front of my house, or right down the street from my house. I got to get them out of here.
So King Scarlet says, I think he probably unalived him first because he would have been more of a threat than her.
It all depends, in my opinion, it all depends on where he was sitting in the car. Because to me, when I think about it, if she got it behind the right ear and so did the driver, he had to be behind her. If he was sitting behind the driver and he got the driver behind the right ear, you'd have to slide all the way across the whole back seat to get to her right ear.
Right.
The only place he could be where he'd get them both in the right ear is behind her.
And did I write down? Hold on. Because I could have.
I mean, I'm assuming, windows up, windows are tinted. Nobody could really see what was going on. If the windows were up, then nobody heard it.
So I'm thinking they must have been in their driveway, which would have made sense if they were parked in Christopher's driveway. He would have came out of his house and got into the passenger side back seat.
If I was going to drop something off, I'd never pull in the driveway. I'd be out in the street. I wouldn't pull in the driveway. I'd say meet me 2 houses down.
Because it says on there that when the car starts moving again at 11:54 p.m., the car then traveled to 5903 Danny K Drive where the victims were found, which was at that apartment complex.
So where are they saying that it stopped?
It
in
pinged,
front of the house?
Well, it said it pinged in the Charlie Chan Drive and the Cary Grant Drive area, which if like right here, his house is literally on that corner of Cary Grant and Charlie Chan. So this is his house right here. So even if they were in the driveway or they were on the corner right here and pulled over, it would make sense that he would have come out of his house and get in the driver's seat. Now, if they were parked on this side, I mean, on the passenger side, if he was parked like on, they come in and pulled in right here, it would have made sense that he would have got in on the driver's side. But
So they got to be looking for doorbell cams from those two houses straight across.
well, this one here, nobody lives in. Well, they didn't when this was taken, I will say, because that's what that house looks like across the street from his house. Nobody at the time was living there. And this was in May of 2022. But that's his house. So, I mean, did they pull
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the
I guess if
driveway?
you pull up right in front of the mailbox,
Yeah, and it would have made sense he would have got in on the driver's side at that point.
it made sense you get in the passenger side if he's coming out the front door. You go straight across the
Oh,
grass
you're
and hop
talking.
in
Well,
the
yeah.
closest door.
If they come from this way, yeah. But if they come from, let's just say this way and turned on, I don't know. Maybe all that information will eventually come out.
Well, if they came, the picture I'm looking at right now at the truck in the driveway, if they came from the right and never entered the driveway, the closest door to him coming out of the house would be the passenger rear. If they pulled into the driveway, the closest door to him coming out of the house would be the passenger rear.
Mm-hmm.
If they parked on the road parallel with the truck, next to the van over there,
Mm-hmm.
the closest door to him would be the passenger rear.
Right.
So unless they came from the other direction and parked on the street, no matter what, the closest door to him is going to be the passenger rear.
Mm-hmm. And they were
Which makes
coming.
sense if you're starting right-handed and bang, move your arm 18 inches, bang.
Okay, let me find where is Leon Valley, because that's where they were coming from. Which, did I just change the direction of that? Yes, I did. I don't know where I. The hell?
Hi, Summer. I see you in the chat.
Okay, I just completely changed. I don't know how the hell that just happened, but yeah, that's not what I wanted. I want it right here. Oh my god. Now I don't like Google Maps. Why does this keep...
So did it show on her phone that she actually pulled up nav to get there?
I don't know. It just said that she had looked up the Charlie Chan Drive area.
So did they leave their house? Do we know they left their house to go there?
They didn't say that.
So if you put their address in the top and the Charlie Chan address in the bottom, you should have an idea how they traveled. Because they probably just followed the nav. If they had to look it up, they didn't know where they were going. So that's probably how they got there.
He was probably a first-time buyer. Okay, so here's Leon Valley.
I don't know about first time, because it seems like there's a lot of trust just letting him in the car. If this guy's got guns in his hands all the time, maybe he trusted him a little bit more than most.
There's Grisham Drive, I think was the name of the road that they lived on.
KK, I think the street view is from 2022.
Yeah, it is.
So it's a little old.
Okay, so they lived on Grisham Drive at an apartment complex. So I'm just going to do from Grisham Drive. So it was like 7 minutes. Either way that they would have went, it would have been 7 minutes getting there. Hey, May, K-Brass, how are you? G, how are you? Are there any ring cams on Street View? No, I have not looked.
Amen, Vapor. Never let someone sit in the seat behind you if you don't know who they are.
Should ain't nobody getting in my car if I don't know who they are.
Exactly.
Well, drug dealers don't play games that way. But, it's if you don't know somebody or you don't trust somebody, having them be behind you where you can't see them is the worst place to have them. That's why you never go to a restaurant and sit with your back not against the wall and you can't see the door.
Right.
Nope. Okay, I'm trying to... I'm just gonna do it to like right there at their driveway. And I don't know exactly where at on Gresham Drive they lived. I'd have to find.
So it brings them in.
Hey, Scarlett, I'm gonna jump in.
Okay, thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. Good night, guys.
See
Have
you
a good
later.
night. Okay, I don't know where. I just know it was on Gresham Road, and they never did say what time they left home. If they found any type of, um, you know, ring cam footage or anything like that showing when they left their house.
Well, it'll
They
be
haven't.
interesting to see what the data is on the phones, because if they use nav, you'll know exactly which way they went.
Uh,
And was this kid stupid? Did he ride around with a bunch of shit in his car, or did he just bring what he went to sell?
I don't because he advertised it all over his social media.
Oh,
He
I
was
know.
like,
That's what.
like hit me up and let me know, I'm going to re up, and he was he wasn't shy about what he was doing and what he had and his prices and
Well,
everything
definitely
else.
wasn't shy, but I mean, was he smart and he only carried what he went to sell, or was he dragging all that shit with him in a giant duffel bag, like some
I
kind of
don't
big
know.
shot?
That's a good question. Boomer Girl, I don't think there was a press conference today. I think the only one they've had so far is the one last night. So I don't know. It would have been about 7 minutes, give or take a minute or two. And like I said, I'm just doing it from Grisham Drive because that's the road that their apartment was on. Hey, Aura, how are you? Um, so let's say 7 to 10 minutes. It would have taken them to get from their
Yeah,
apartment over to this boy's house if they left from their apartment and went to the straight to the boy's
right,
house. They could have been out riding around. They could have been out going and getting something to eat, anything like that.
right. They
But
could have been anywhere.
right. I mean, they could have been just there in the area and just didn't know where Charlie Chan Drive was, so that's why she had to Google it. Could have been anything like that. But I
Well,
mean,
that's another one that'll come out in Discovery that we'll see. You know,
which I cannot wait for it to come out.
yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to hear what
I
he has
just,
to say to keep his ass out of the chair.
I mean, and they're saying that this boy, this Christopher boy, has been in the Facebook groups for Savannah and Matthew.
Of
Okay, so
course he has.
he's been reading all of this.
Of course he has. He's
What's
scared
been
shitless.
But if okay, so if he's in these Facebook groups, he knew about the video that came out showing him and his dad meeting up. Uh, he watched it when the car was found. He's watched where it's been confirmed by police that it was behind the right ear. Why would you then go and try to lie to the police and say it was self defense when they know that that's not true based off of where.
I don't know why you'd be so close to the Mexican border and still be in the country.
Why would you take your truck that's on a video and leave it sitting in your in your driveway?
Driveway, not park the other one outside.
I mean, like the
None of it
maroon
makes any
looking
sense.
one that's in the picture that I showed a minute ago with the car that says "Baby Killer" on it. Um,
Which I would like to buy that artist a drink.
I believe they said that one was Christopher's older brother's truck.
Uh,
I mean, I don't understand. You know that the video came out. Why is the truck still sitting in your driveway? Why are
uh,
you still at home? That
yeah, I'd be
doesn't.
staying somewhere else for sure.
And this dude had his own business. The dad did.
KK, they probably had his other vehicles. Vapor said he had another black truck. So his other black truck and the girlfriend's car were probably in the garage.
Probably. The dad actually has a GF. Not oh he has a girlfriend. Okay, well that would have been the lady that left the house with the guy in the car today. That looked law enforcement. And Lieberman, that's a good question. Well, I know neighbors called him in because the neighbor across the street has been filming shit tons of stuff out of his windows from his house. Like the dude, like here's their house right here. This neighbor that's one of these two, I'm thinking probably this house, just by the angle right here, one of these two, that he's been filming all kinds of shit going on. He filmed when they left with the truck last night. He filmed the lady getting in the car today, posting it all over social media. Hey, Tonka. So, I
I
mean,
don't.
they have a nosy neighbor.
Ara says people assume that the truck was taken over the border and everyone was uh, immigrants or illegals. I never thought that. I thought it might have been a cartel directed hit.
I mean, I thought the big dude, the car was brought to the big dude so he could verify that they were deceased.
I mean, that's
That's what I
a sound
thought.
theory.
You know, the
Now
whoever's
that we know,
driving
we
the
know.
car, whoever was driving the car in the video, he gets out, he shows, hey, it's done. Here they are. Here's the proof, and all that. There is a new one out as of Vapor of the guy that lives across the street from him. He
Yeah,
put out.
Vapor and I were looking at it before you went live.
Oh, what did he? What's he got a video of now? And where do I
And
find it?
it looked like some of them were taken down or being blocked or something.
Because I know that people were seeing it, and he was posting it in the Facebook group, but I don't know what the dude's thing was. Okay, here's the one. Let me pull this up real quick. Right here. See, this is the one of the guy. Can I pull this up? I just hoping it got. See, there's a lady coming out of the house and getting in the car, and you can tell that's Le that's there to pick her up. Hey,
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Rosebud.
sure looks like Ellie.
And she gets in the car with them, and they leave.
Oh, sorry, Vapor. You were clicking on those videos and it kept going to the same one, so I thought maybe they were blocked or restricted or something. I
See
don't know
what I
anything
have.
about TikTok.
Oh, that's what he's been posting.
Vapor
Vapor.
he's got the TikTok.
Okay, Vapor, send it to me on Discord, and then I think I should be able to pull the TikTok up on here. And see, they just leave with her, and then that's where everybody's getting that screenshot at of that black car. And I seen where somebody put it in the chat a minute ago. They think that the police are guarding the house. I mean, if they're not guarding the house, somebody else is going to spray paint the house before it's over with.
Oh, they'd be lucky if they don't firebomb it.
I mean,
They pissed off some people for sure.
right? I mean, what did they expect?
All boys got friends. They might not be
know,
great people as friends, but he's got friends.
Look what Savanah's family did in a courtroom to the guy who murdered her little brother.
Well, look what the guy did. Look what the guy did in Vegas today to the judge who denied him bond. See that one?
Did I see that yesterday or today?
Yeah, it's either yesterday or today.
I think it was yesterday when I watched it, and one of the officers in there got hurt. One of the marshals or something had a big ass gash on his head. Did you see that on his forehead?
He fucking went right up over the top of that bench and landed right on her. He got a few shots in on her.
It's a wonder she didn't get hurt, but they said she wasn't hurt. It was just the one marshal that had the big, he had a big L-shaped gash on his head.
The one guy was pounding on him he gave him like 8-10 really good shots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how that even happens in court. I just don't get it.
KK said the neighbor is everything you want in a neighbor when shit hits the fan.
Right?
All right, let me see if Vapor sent it to me.
Vapor played one for me where he was recording through the blinds. It was all incognito. It's kind of funny.
Summer, I just saw your message and I only got past the first sentence. I'll read the rest of it after I'm done here, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, let me pull up his TikTok. Yeah, there was one that I seen. Why do I have to log into Discord? I mean to TikTok. I shouldn't need to.
I will be right back.
Okay. All right, y'all. Give me a second. I know I have TikTok, but maybe I'm not logged into it. Shit. I don't know if I know my TikTok. Alright. Give me just a second, y'all. I don't want to add an extension to Chrome. What the hell, y'all? I'm gonna have to log into TikTok because it's not. It won't allow me to play it, but I do have the guy's name. I don't even remember my. I don't even remember my login, y'all. Paper, do I have to be logged in to watch this guy's stuff? The poor guy that was taking the video has cancer. Oh, that is sad. God, he's got a lot of videos on here. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this dude's TikTok in the chat. Hey Kim, how are you? May, I believe um, Telegram, I think, is one of those social media sites that they don't track, is what I read. And that was, I believe, where a lot of his stuff was that he was advertising. Okay, so here's the link to the guy, and Vapor also posted it. Well, no, he didn't post it in chat, but I'm going to go ahead and post it if anybody wants to go watch it. Hey, Meta Mom, how are you? See, I forget where I write down the passwords. Yeah, Meta Mom, I completely just forgot to log into it, but I've got it. I didn't have to log into it to be able to watch them. I just got to make sure before I pull them up that they're all muted because I'm sure they've got. Vapor, any of the ones of this guys that you watched, any of them have music on them? Summer, why are you gonna go and get banned from TikTok? What did you do? All right. And y'all, I don't do TikTok, so I don't have a date on any of these. I don't believe. Okay, thank you, Vapor. See, the second one has the jingle, no other music. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that they're all muted. I know this one doesn't. No, this is the one I was just watching. So, Vapor, was this tonight? The police outside of their house? KK, I'm thinking this dude here, this neighbor, like, I can't believe he didn't, or maybe he just wasn't following the case. But I don't know, maybe since he lives in San Antonio and the car was found just literally down the street from him, that maybe he could have possibly been following the case and he just didn't put two and two together. Oh, that one's got music. This is the one I seen on the Facebook group where they said the media was starting to stand outside the house. I stand with the neighbor. Let's see. But the jingle makes it funny. Okay, so it was 2 hours ago. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to do the music though, just because I don't want to get a thing on the channel. Okay, so there was that one. Let's see, what is this one? That looks like the lady who gets in the car with the other two guys, but I guess it's the dad's girlfriend doing something at that truck. I don't know which one it was about. Alright, then this is the one we just watched. I heard there's a lot of big guys in San Antonio, Texas with big trucks, so maybe that's one. I don't know. I'm just glad the neighbor was there and was able to catch all this. So if y'all don't follow this dude on TikTok, y'all should go follow him so y'all can keep up with it. I gotta get my login so I can follow him. Maybe scared at first. I apologize for my girl. Oh, Princess, you're fine. Ain't there a way to go to the next one? I guess like this one. Okay, I saw this one too, where they're leaving with the truck. Summer, I'm curious why you were banned. I couldn't imagine Summer doing anything wrong to get banned on a social media platform. And did they just let some like law enforcement or random person drive the truck away from the house, or did they tow it?
No, there's a flatbed over there.
Okay, because I didn't see it. I just seen it whenever they were.
I didn't either. Vapor had to point it out to me. But it leaves on a flatbed.
Okay. Because I was wondering that whenever I first seen it. So this is before they moved the truck.
I was confused on why they even got in the truck. You'd think they'd just pull up the flatbed and drag it on.
Yeah, just back
it's a crime
up to
scene.
it.
Everything you do to it changes something.
Right. Well, I mean, they said in the affidavit that there was blood on blood transfer on the outside of the car. So the dude wiped the outside of the car off with the towel and then threw the towel back into his truck.
They're taking pictures of his truck. I don't know what happened, but they're taking pictures of his truck.
Okay, he said something about they're taking pictures of his truck.
Police there, you see it. I don't know. Maybe that's the guy in the truck.
Look at the first comment. On this one, Vapor, I just now saw your comment. On this video or another video? Oh, I just want to say thank you for being the nosy neighbor. I'd be doing the same thing. Oh, the last one. Hold on, y'all. How do I go back to it? This one. The blondes deserve their own TikTok page.
I like the second comment. Should have went out there and vacuumed your grass while you were recording.
I mean, if he's in his own yard, just go out there and film it.
That's what I said. I would have been right out there at the end of the damn driveway with my phone pointed right at him.
I mean, JLR would have been out on the sidewalk filming. It's public property.
For that one, I probably would have pulled out my Nikon and thrown a longer lens on it.
I mean, you can film from public property, from the side of the street or anything, because it's, as long as you're not on private property, you're good.
They're taking pictures of the.
There's a lot of cops that don't believe that law.
I don't know what happened.
And it ends badly for a lot of people.
Right.
There's a crime. Police there, you see it.
I heard him say something about they're taking pictures of the truck and there was a crime. And I can't understand what he's saying when he's whispering.
I'm guessing the paint job on the little black car.
Oh no, it's not on there yet. See, they haven't tagged the car yet.
Oh, it's not.
See, this would have been yesterday before they moved the truck and before it was announced that there was an arrest and where they lived at and who they were and all that. Then after all that came out, they did the spray paint job overnight. Because whenever I saw a video of his from this morning, that's when I seen where they had spray painted it.
I don't know what happened, but they're taking.
Okay. All I can say is this dude's got a perfect view. If that dang one limb right there would have been cut. There's the tow truck. I can't believe they didn't tag the house.
I find it absolutely unbelievable that this happened over a bag of weed. There's more to it.
I think so too. I think he's just trying to minimize what happened.
Yep. 100%. No way this happened over a bag of weed. Weed's too cheap. Weed's too abundant. It's easy to get now. I mean, it's not
right.
It's not hard to find anymore.
I think it was more of he saw this dude on social media. He saw the stacks of money he had. He saw the substances that he had advertising, and he wanted to rob them. But instead of him saying, I called him over there so I could rob him, because then that's going to add on another charge.
Yep.
And so he just said they came to buy weed because, I mean, are they going to attack a weed charge?
Well, the reality of it is it's not going to matter. There's 3. Are they going to charge him with the unborn child?
Well, they have it right now, capital murder,
but
multiple
they will,
persons.
Won't they?
Well, they have it as capital murder, multiple persons. But in the press conference last night, the officer said they were going to be speaking to the DA and finding out if the DA is going to do charges for the baby. So I'm wondering if the multiple person part of that murder, of the capital murder charge, is it for just... I'm wondering, though, if it's just for Matthew and Savanah or if it's for all 3. Because they haven't come out and clarified that.
Well, regardless, if he's getting the DP for those 2, and it comes out at trial that she was pregnant, that's pretty much the clincher for the DP and for most jurors, I would think.
I still think, though, that there should be a charge on there for that baby.
I agree. It's a life.
I said it earlier. I think that there should be 3. In the state of Texas, they may word it differently, and do it as a multiple person instead of 3 different charges. But I think there should be one. If they want to do multiple person, that's fine. But give that baby a charge also. Put that on there. Capital murder of an unborn child. Okay, this one, y'all. I'm just sitting here.
Here you go. Capital murder and the death of a 5-week-old fetus. So there you go. Yes, it happens. There is a breakdown on a case from 2022 in the Texas Prosecutor. I will drop you the link.
Okay.
In layback chat.
Well, that's like the dude Jeremy Best up in Idaho. He's getting uh he's got 3 first degrees. He's got one for the unborn child, one for the 10-month-old baby, and one for the mother who was pregnant. So, like I said, Texas may do it. They may list it differently than other states, and maybe that multiple persons. Okay, so that must be all of them. That multiple persons may include the baby. I just think it should have been one for Matthew, one for Savannah, one for Fabian.
Well, Texas Penal Code 19.03 states that a person commits the offense of capital murder if the person intentionally or knowingly causes the death of an individual and the person murders an individual under the age of 10 years.
Okay,
The
so
Penal
then
Code further defines an individual as a human being who is alive,
yeah, they count
including an unborn
unborn.
child.
Yeah, they count unborn babies as
Every state of
a person.
at every state of gestation from fertilization until birth. And that's section 1.07, part 26. So yes, they just got to be able to prove it at trial. So yeah, you're right. They should be charged already, but they're not done charging this kid. I don't think they're done charging him at all.
I'm wondering. I mean, honestly, I think the person in the truck, I don't care if it was his older brother or if it was the girlfriend or who it was, whoever was in that truck that handed that dude that towel so he could wipe the outside of that car, should have a charge on them as well.
Yeah, as an accessory.
Because they knew, if they didn't know what they were going to see when they got there, what was going on. Once they got there, they knew exactly what was going on. Let's see, if she would have had the baby when she was due, she wouldn't have been there that night.
Yeah, that's messed up, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's sad, honestly.
Well, this whole thing is sad. These kids didn't need to be there.
And I said last night, I know they were out doing wrong, but they're still human beings. They didn't deserve to die. And especially the baby. The baby done nothing at all wrong. And didn't even have a chance at life. And it's sad to think that Savannah's mom not only lost a 15-year-old son, but an 18-year-old daughter. And the first and last time that she will get to see her grandchild is in a coffin.
Personally, and it might not be a popular opinion in the chat, and sorry if it's not, but I have my own opinions. I'm mad at that girl for putting her unborn child in that position.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off. That's stupid.
Yeah,
she should have been protecting her baby, not being a fucking gangster.
Yeah, and I wonder what the reason was that she went out with him that night.
She's a thug. She's a thug.
Well, was it?
And all the Instagram and all that other shit. She's a thug.
Yeah,
too.
I seen all the pictures and stuff. But was it something where they had, because she was supposed to go Saturday afternoon to be in Deuce. Was it something where they went out to grab something to eat, and they were out that late? And they go over to this dude's house. Like, what was the reason why? Was that the only reason why they were out that late?
Right.
Was
I don't know.
Was it because they were going to deliver? Why was she out with him?
And if it was just a bag of weed, why was she out with him? Why would she want to be in a car? I mean, I don't know. I've never had a baby before, but it can't be comfortable riding around when you're like, doo.
It's
like
not.
Any moment now.
My last 4 weeks, I didn't go anywhere unless I absolutely had to.
I'm not victim shaming at all. I'm just mad at her for being out with the baby.
I'm not doing that either. I know I've got 3 kids. It's very uncomfortable. I can't imagine being a week overdue. How uncomfortable she would be.
Could not be comfortable.
Unless she just, because at that point in time, you can go into labor at any time. Maybe he had to go somewhere and she didn't want to be at home by herself in case something happened.
That's okay. Well, there you go.
It could be something like that. She could be having, uh, you know, contractions, but they're not to the point where she needed to go to the hospital. And so she didn't want to be by herself. Maybe they only had one phone at the time. And so she went with him so they would both be with the phone. There's some reason she went with him that night.
Well, she obviously she had reasons.
I mean, it could have been, yeah, that she was afraid to be left alone.
There could be a million of them.
Right.
So
I don't know.
guessing on some of this stuff gets kind of frustrating. It's going to be really interesting to see how this shakes out, though.
Right. But no matter what they were out doing, they didn't deserve to die.
Nope.
They did not. And
Neither one of them.
And this boy, this 19-year-old Christopher boy, I hope he gets the DP. I hope they filed the death notice. I hope he is convicted of this, and I hope he gets the death penalty.
I have a funny feeling there's going to be some mental health involved in the defense. He has that look about him.
Yeah, more than likely there will be. His attorney, if he has a good enough attorney, the attorney is going to ask for some type of mental health evaluation. That's any.
He just didn't. A couple of times he looked towards the camera. He didn't look like he had it all together.
He had his facial expression never changed.
He just didn't look like he had it all together. Like he knew what was going on, but kind of didn't. But was just kind of blah to it.
And I'm pretty sure. See, this happened on the early mornings of the 21st. They were found on the 26th. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of talk in that house of what to say or what not to say.
I agree, Shay, but there's more charges coming. They're not done charging them. No way. I don't think so. That's too much happened there.
They're still investigating it. I'm pretty sure they're going to uncover more information, which is going to result in more charges. And there could be more people that's charged. As Christopher saying, the weapon was Matthews. Brittany, I have not heard anything about a weapon. I can't believe the media didn't ask.
Either.
I can't believe the media last night at the press conference didn't ask about a weapon.
Maybe they were told not to.
Could have been. Because while they were so when they brought Christopher and his dad down to the station to be interviewed, they got the search warrant for the house. So that there was people back at the house going through there. Maybe at that time they didn't know if they had the murder weapon or not. Maybe they don't know if they found it at that point.
I don't understand how they ever find the murder weapon at the home of the person that did it. How dumb are you?
Well, I mean, let's.
But seriously, come on.
We gotta think about this one though, because the truck is in the front yard, 0.6 of a mile from where the car was found with 2 deceased people in it. There's a lot of dumb criminal shit that's in this case that you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't find the murder weapon in the house. Didn't his family say Matthew's chain jewelry was missing? I heard that, but I read that. I read that on the Facebook group that his jewelry was missing. I don't remember if did his dad or stepmom say that? I don't remember, honestly.
I'd be surprised if there weren't a lot of firearms involved in all this. And all the searching that they end up doing there, I think they're going to be finding a lot of stuff. Certainly in the couple's place. But maybe with this kid, too. Who knows?
Right. Well, I know that there are pictures of Matthew and Savanah with, I know 1 or 2 pictures that I've seen where there was multiple firearms in the picture. if more than likely Matthew and Savannah had a weapon with them in the car. Uh, they're saying in this affidavit that his family said that he had been shot at before, that people wanted to rob him. So I don't see them riding without something in the car with them. Um, but did this Christopher boy have one when he got into the car?
Well, I know if I was dealing drugs, I'd have a cannon in
Yeah,
my truck. You
it
know,
would make sense that you would have something in your vehicle, in
yeah,
your multiple in your
in my
house.
hand, like,
Uh, you would have it on your body at all times.
yeah. I mean, I'm not
So
gonna risk my life doing a job that's that dangerous. I mean, that's obviously that's
right,
probably the most dangerous job in the world.
but I'm wondering about this Christopher boy though. Did he have one whenever he got into the car that night? Because I'm thinking either this is something that this Christopher boy planned because he saw it on social media, what Matthew had, what he was advertising, stacks of money, all this and that, and he knew that he would have a weapon. So Christopher planned it out to rob him, or someone else is involved in this and Christopher's taking the fall for it. I don't know which one it is, but I'm thinking it's going to
Yeah,
be one of the two. There could be somebody else involved in it, and because the dad and Christopher are both seen on that camera, like there's no getting out of it. Their goose is cooked. I
yeah,
mean,
they're on camera. It's
yeah. So, and the dad admits in his interview that yes, that is my truck. Yes, that is me getting out of the truck. I did go to that place to help my son. So the dad admits it. Um, but that still don't mean that there's not other people involved. And I know that the cop said last night on the press conference that these are the only two people of interest and the only two suspects that they had. And whenever they were asked, are y'all still looking for suspects? They said no. That doesn't mean that they're not still looking for suspects. That could just be them saying it so they don't put it out or let others think that they're still looking. I mean, could he be? Yeah, he could be protecting others. There could be others involved, and he's not going to snitch them out.
I don't know. There's better ways to make a living, in my opinion.
Oh, there's better ways. There's safer ways.
I don't know. I just it seems like these kids thought it was the way to do it, and
Well,
this baby's dying over it. It's just stupid. I don't.
Yeah.
The social media part of this has just got me blown away. I just don't understand how you're going to put all that out there and basically invite other crooks to you.
Well, you know, the picture that I sent to you that KK had found and sent to me.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's not the only one. There is another one of some green stuff, and I'm not talking about one little just bud.
Oh, no,
I'm talking
sure
about
a mountain.
2 big, huge bags of bud.
Yeah.
Okay. If I can find it, it's a video. I'll send it to you.
The more and more states that make it legal, the easier it is to get those big giant bags.
Well, these were.
Those aren't even the ones they're bringing from Mexico anymore, because the stuff they're growing in-house now is better than anything you get in Mexico.
Well, you know, you get those big, long, clear bags of like popcorn.
Yep.
That's what these bags were. But it wasn't popcorn. It was.
Oh, if it was high quality and they had that much of it, then yeah, it's worth some money. I mean, it's not worth as much as it used to be, but it's still worth a lot of money.
It was. They had it and had a piece of it and was showing it on the camera.
Shay says she's in his Telegram group.
Is there any interesting stuff on there other than what's been shown on social media? Because I was going to do the Telegram thing too, just so I can get on there, and then it says you got to join this group and you all this blah blah, and so I didn't do it.
Shay.
See, guy was running a big operation, not just a typical little dealer. No, he was deep into it.
I think he was deep in it, and I think the way it works is They trust you. They give you more to sell.
Right.
And when you hear these cartels are involved, it's, well, they gave someone X amount of dollars worth of stuff to sell, and now they can't get their money, or the stuff is gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you start hearing about them. They just want their money. They don't give a shit about any of this other stuff.
Okay, so based on this info, the murders happened not long before this post, 6:14 p.m. Telegram post killed before midnight. Apparently, it happened. I'm gonna say between 11:30 that night and midnight on the 21st. I'm wondering if maybe it happened somewhere else, and the boy pulled up right there at the house to get his dad to come follow him, and that's why it's showing that it pinged at 11:50 at the house, and then the car doesn't move again until 11:54, when it drives to the apartment complex where it was found.
So if he was re-upping, maybe, okay, thinking like a criminal, if he was posting on social media saying he was about to re-up, wouldn't that be the time to rob him? If you're re-upping, you're handing over all your cash and getting more stuff.
Hold on just a minute.
Maybe they thought he had a car full of cash.
Okay, Naomi, what do you mean it's not good to talk about more charges and to take a breath? Are you telling me to take a breath?
I'll be right back again. Try not to kill anybody, Scarlett.
I'm curious because it's my opinion and possibly the opinion of others that there's gonna be more charges. So therefore I'm gonna talk about it. That's what I'm here to do. So I don't know why I'm being told to take a breath. Michelle, you got rid of her? Thank you. I'll calm down then. I just saw that comment. Because more than likely there will be more charges. Maybe not, but more than likely. There could be other people charged in this. So I don't know why that's not a good thing to talk about. People today, y'all. Jeez. No, but she's gone. Okay. Hey, Thistle, how are you? She needs to be gone because she don't need to be coming in here telling me to take a damn breath. She must be new. Tiff, that's what I'm saying. See, we're here to listen to your opinion because your thoughts are rational and you look for all. Thank you, Princess Lena. I mean, everybody's opinions in here is welcome, but you don't have to be rude. Especially to me, because I'm not going to take the rudeness very well. But yes, this boy, for whatever reason, hopefully more of that information will come out, why he did this. There's got to be more to it than the gun was pointed at him one time. He manipulated the gun and it caused it to go off and hit Savanah. Then it was pointed at him again and he manipulated the gun for a second time. Like he's trying to claim a self-defense type thing. But, I mean, hopefully he'll get an attorney that will tell him that self-defense thing is not going to work because where the wounds are at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that there will be some more information that will come out on this.
Well, there's got to be more eventually. There always is.
I hope anyway. I mean,
it doesn't seem like the type of case that they're going to drag out forever, though.
No, I can't believe though, and it might have been because of the holidays. I don't know, but there was days that this could have happened, and there probably would have been an arrest made earlier. But they found the car in them deceased on the 26th of December, meaning they would have found the phone on the 26th in the car. Why did they wait till the second to give the phone to the tech guy? Let's see. The autopsies will show close range more than likely.
What if they have one tech guy and he's out on vacation?
Well, their tech guy should have been called in and been like, "Look, we have two
It
deceased
ain't going
people,"
nowhere. They're not going to pull him in off a vacation. It ain't going nowhere.
especially when they didn't know who the people were, and they needed to find these people because they were still roaming the streets. It's going to be very interesting to hear the autopsy report also.
Well, I'm pretty convinced I got a mental picture of how it happened.
Yeah, which is a sad thing to think about.
I just can't think of another way it would happen if the original information we got was correct, and they're both on the right side.
Yeah, and I mean that came from law enforcement that it was
Because
behind
if
the
you're
right
behind
ear. So
if you're directly behind the driver, you have to slide across the seat to get to that position to be behind the passenger.
hmm
If you're behind the passenger, you don't have to slide anywhere. You just have to extend your arm, especially in a car that small.
well, what about this? And I'm going to try to explain this without being too graphic. What if he's sitting behind the driver, but he aims to the passenger front seats, and it's not? They're saying behind the right ear, okay, but there it could be several locations behind the right ear. And what if it was aimed just right from the driver's side of the car that it got her behind the right ear?
It could how? How can he get her behind the right ear if she's in the passenger seat?
Because, okay, think about if you're sitting in a front seat of a car,
Mm-hmm.
somebody's on in the back seat on the driver's side. You aim it, and the entrance. I'm trying to think of it where it's not. I'll explain it on because I don't want to do it on here.
I think of it this way. Here's the easy way to do it and have it not be gruesome. We'll just talk about the seats.
Mhm.
Okay. If you're sitting behind the passenger seat, to reach up and touch the headrest, let's say that, reach up
Mhm.
and touch the headrest, and then reach over to touch the other headrest is the quickest motion you can make in that back seat to touch them both quickly.
Right.
Anywhere else on that back seat, it's going to take work to touch them both to get them on the right side of the seat.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he did it because he was smart or if that's just the way it worked out or that's where the car was positioned. So he ended up in that seat, not the other seat.
hmm
But the only way they got, if it's accurate, what we heard, that they're behind the ear, he had to be in the back seat and do that from the back seat. It didn't happen outside the car. I would not buy it. I just, no way. Not a chance. It
No,
just
I
makes
think
too
both
much
of
sense.
them. I think both of them happened on the inside of the car.
I think for sure. And I think
Uh,
where he was sitting was determined on how they parked when they picked him up or met him. He
okay,
got
so
into the closest door.
Vapor says she could have turned away from the first shot fired, like as she was trying to get out of the car. Maybe they were. I mean, is it a possibility they were arguing in the car? Weapons were drawn, and maybe she was trying to get out, and that's why he got her.
Yeah, I don't know. Without a bunch of bullet holes in that car, I think he caught them both completely by surprise.
But okay, so y'all know when we were watching the police and when they found the car, they hadn't opened the car yet. They were just walking around it, looking at it. One of the officers points to something on the windshield. I wonder if there was something that went through the windshield on the passenger side.
There was another there was somebody that was analyzing drone footage that I saw
Hmm.
that kept saying that they thought the left side of the windshield was effed up, but they couldn't tell. It's the drone footage that's out there. I don't know where they were getting it from, but you can literally like almost see down inside of the car
Right.
when they got both the back and the front door open.
Hmm. So I'm wondering if maybe there was, because they did say that there was casings found in the car, which we know there would have been two.
I didn't read that the driver's window was shattered. I did not read that. I saw him wiping in that general area, so he might have been wiping the window.
I know he wiped the door parts, like the handle and like around that area. The dad did, but I don't know if the window. But I do remember reading that. I think that was KK put in the Facebook group, if I'm not mistaken, about the driver's window being shattered. Hey, Sharon. I don't know. This
I
hopefully
know you have gunshots in a car. If the windows are up, it's going to be pretty muffled. I mean, you're still going to hear it if you're standing, 20, 30 feet from the car, but it's going to be muffled like hell.
right.
And if it's a light caliber and you have it up against the skin, it's going to be really muffled.
Yeah, all that'll come out in the autopsy report, though.
Well, I want to see
Right.
that, and I want to see the phone data. And I want to know honestly, I really want to know what the inventory of the car was.
Mm-hmm.
Because was this kid not armed after flashing all those guns? You mean to tell me he got robbed and he wasn't even armed?
Oh,
That doesn't make sense.
yeah, you won't be able to make me believe that he did not have some type of weapon on him.
I can't imagine it. Not if he's out there stunting like he was.
Because his family did say that there were people who wanted to rob him, and he had been shot at before. So, yeah, based off of what we've seen on his social media,
That's what
he
I was
was
getting
not.
at, KK.
He is not in that car riding around, going to sell something or going to pick something up, and not have a weapon in his car.
Yeah, I'm thinking that kid took his gun.
Princess, no. Savannah was she was found in the in the passenger front seat.
I think he took his drugs and his gun.
Money and everything else probably in the car.
Anything else he get his hands on, he took it all. He turned it into a straight up robbery.
Did they ever find the car keys? I don't know.
I didn't hear anything about keys.
I don't think the keys were in it when they found it. Or I had heard that the keys wasn't in it.
I'm not yanking out teeth, KK. I'm not that petty. Those are some really nice ones.
Yeah, they wasn't.
They better have diamonds in them and shit.
They wasn't the real teeth, I don't think. Because I've seen pictures at the baby shower where he didn't have that shit in his mouth. But on some of his social media pictures, he did.
Oh, the clip-in grill.
Yeah, because if you look at the baby shower pictures, he doesn't have them in his mouth. But on the picture, I think it's the one where he's holding up the big stack of money. He had them in, and I believe the other one I've seen where he had 2 firearms in the picture with him and her. He had them in that one.
I feel I have a much bigger advantage when people don't know I have a gun.
Yeah, because you can catch them off guard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a common thing around here, though.
Well, everybody's got a gun in their car here, but not everybody carries.
Okay. Yeah, King Scarlet, they were probably the ones you get from like the mall or whatever. You know how they have those stores in the mall? It's probably some shit like that. And he might have just had it in when he was doing that type of work and not at family functions and stuff like that. All right, let me see if there was anything else that I had. Thought I had another screenshot I was going to show y'all tonight. Maybe I didn't. Clipping crowns. I don't know. I noticed it in some of the pictures. Like I said, the baby showers they wasn't in, uh, and then other pictures they were. No, Summer, we're not talking about mall weed. We're talking about clip-in grills. Wait, they make them out of real gold. They look real to me. You think they did, King Scarlet? I mean, they could have been real. I don't know. But I just know he didn't have them. They wasn't a permanent fixture in his mouth. Jabin, thank you so much for becoming a member and welcome to the family.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
I'm almost out of gummy bears.
I forgot to get gummies today.
Troll brought me a pack in earlier.
Troll's home?
Yeah, he's
Yay.
asleep right now. See, I feel weird not being green and I'm back. Well, welcome back, Jade. Libra man, where was you watching a police chase at? We need. Oh, I didn't think about gummy bear emojis. We
That
need a
would be
gummy
kind of
pickle.
cool.
We need a gummy pickle emoji.
Need gummy bears that taste like pickles.
Ew. I don't know how that. No.
I made a batch of dill mayonnaise today for some salmon for a customer, and she just flipped out.
Ew.
So good.
Dill man. Oh my god. I don't even eat dill pickles.
Dill mayonnaise and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and put it on top of the salmon, and then you put it on top of the salmon about 2 minutes before it's done, and put it under the salamander so it toasts, and that mayonnaise turns into like crunchy cheese. It's crazy.
Ooh.
They put capers on top. It's delicious. A little bit of lemon. Awesome.
How long was Savannah's family at the car before Lily? Margaret. Okay, so somebody who lives at the apartment complex seen the car, sent one of the family members a message, I believe, on Facebook, and said that they believe that they have found the car. Hey, GGB, how are you? The family calls the police while they're on their way to the car. So I wouldn't think that they would have been at the car very long before police got there. There's always police chases going on in LA. Big Al, the amazing chip said that they need that recipe.
Tiff, you're in Discord, right?
Yes, she is.
I'll put it in the recipe thing right now. It's easy. Super easy.
I've still got to post mine in there. I still haven't done it.
Yeah, I need gumbo, etouffee. Get on it.
I saw an etouffee one today on Facebook. It was I don't know if it was a Facebook, just like a regular account that somebody had done with recipes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like Creole and Cajun recipes, or if it was a group. I think it was just a person who had it. I'll have to see if I can find it and then I'll send it to you. Dude was going 120 miles per hour and he was live streaming and he got away. There is always some crazy shit popping off in Los Angeles. It's boring as hell around here.
I don't know. I like boring.
Yeah, that kind of boring I do.
I'm down with the boring around here. I like it. I have a hard time finding anything bad about it. All right, let's see. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to type out this recipe.
Okay. So I've got just one question. Wait, I just got questions about her phone. First, it's home, then she doesn't have service because it wasn't paid. To now it solved the case because it was in the car. Wait, KK, who said that it didn't have service? Because wasn't it the police that came out and said that there was no weapons or phones found in the car? Scarlett tagged you and X about 2 things. Okay, let me go to Twitter real quick. Give me just 1 second, Libra Moon. Louisiana teacher 32 arrested, age 15, ordering him to let her. Oh, that is disgusting. Let me see what part of. Oh, this bitch is from West Monroe. Ugh. Okay. All right, Libra Moon. I saw one of them. Hold on, I'm going to the second one now. There's a person on TikTok praising the. Did y'all hear about the school shooting today?
Yep, and it'll be done in the news coverage tomorrow by noon. There's another trans person.
Wait. There's a person on TikTok praising the Iowa shooter and threatening to shoot up a school in Louisiana tomorrow. Hero, hope you ended at least a few. Gonna do the same. Wait, what? Where is this? Where is this dude supposed to be from in Louisiana if he's threatening to shoot up a school?
That one I'm not sure. I didn't read into it.
Okay, no, it was posted. Libra Moon just tagged me in it. Okay, so on this boy's. On his account, he says, "Hi FBI and Hog Twit, not gonna end kids at North High, Louisiana Views." Fuck. But where is this? Hold on. KK, hold on. I'm fixing to send it to you. Because I can't look into it right now. But I'm fixing to send you the screenshot that Libra Moon sent to me. What the hell is KK's screen? Oh, here we go. Y'all give me just 1 second so I can send this to her. Alright, KK, I just sent it to you on Discord. Texas Wild, how are you? Avery, welcome back. I don't know what part of Louisiana KK he's from, but there's the thing for it. And that other thing that Libra Moon tagged me in, that was just disgusting, that teacher at West Monroe High School. I don't know what the hell's up with teachers here lately. And the shit they want to do to students. people are disgusting. Is Big Al snoring? No, Avery, he's posting a recipe in Discord. All right, y'all, let me catch back up in chat real quick. He's typing a salmon recipe. Avery, is your internet back working correctly now? You back? Avery, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I on panel? Oh, there I am.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep, you sound fine.
Big Al must have had his mouth right on his mic. I thought he fell asleep.
No, he was talking about some uh, deal mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's a
something he
mayonnaise.
made.
It's a salmon dish you gotta try if you like salmon or catfish. It works with catfish too.
And it requires mayonnaise.
It requires mayonnaise.
Ooh, that does sound good.
It's excellent. It's mayonnaise like you've never had it though. Like most people have never had it.
Salmon and mayo. Yeah, I've been here, Scarlett. I was just kind of listening more than anything to what you guys were talking about.
KK, I can't tell if that's him or not. I know he has something on his hat about being autistic in that picture, but I can't tell if it's Elliot Rogers or not. But I just want to know where the school is. What part of Louisiana this dude's talking about doing that. Did you get your extension cord, Avery? You got it all hooked up?
No, because I had it on the charger, and so it's at 86%. We'll see if I get more than 10 minutes.
It sucks though that StreamYard drains people's batteries like that.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand it. I was gonna say though, when you guys were talking, I think it was the cousin. I can't remember if it's Matthew's cousin it was Matthew's cousin, the female, the one who was the most accurate about everything and the most honest about everything. She said that the driver's window was shattered, but it was mostly held together by the tint, but that there was a few pieces of glass on the ground.
Okay, so it was shattered. It just wasn't out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't know. So maybe whenever they pulled that vehicle into the spot where they dumped it, whenever he closed the door, maybe a few pieces of glass, fell down. But just so I don't know. I don't know the projectile or where they were, because they really haven't said if they were inside of the car, outside of the car. So
they found shell casings in the car, so it would have had to have been in the car.
Oh, they did find him in the car?
Yeah, that's what the affidavit said.
Well, then his whole story of wrestling each one of them to get the gun away from each one of them is just...
Well, what he said
laughable.
was that Matthew pointed the gun at him, so he manipulated the gun, and then it went off and it hit Savanah.
Mm-hmm.
Then Matthew pointed the gun at him again, and he manipulated it for a second time, and it caused the gun to go off and hit Matthew.
In the back of his head.
Yeah, both of them in in the back of the head. And Matthews, his official cause of death was contact gunshot wound, meaning
Mhm.
it's touching his head when it went
Yeah.
off. So they know that he's lying. And that's what I
Yeah.
was saying earlier. This Christopher Boy has been in the Facebook groups. There's a screenshot of his Facebook account, and
Oh
it
yeah, I've seen
shows
that.
that
Mhm.
he's in these groups. So okay, so if he's in these groups, he knows about the video that was out of
Mhm.
him and his dad that night. And he knows everything that's being said. He would have he he would have seen that they said it was both of them behind the right ear, and that his Matthews was contact.
Mhm.
So why go into the police department and try to tell a story that's not going to add up with their wounds?
Right. Yeah, it definitely doesn't add up. And I think it even said in those affidavits that the
Yeah,
story
that they
didn't
did.
corroborate the crime scene.
Yeah, it's inconsistent with the wounds that they had. And of course, he's not going to say that they come to his house and he robbed them, because that's going to get another charge,
Mhm.
tacked onto it. So he's not going to say that. I'm thinking that's what it was. He had planned on robbing them. I could be wrong. Um, so I don't know. It's one of those things that we'll have to wait and see when some more documents come out. The website that they have with all of the stuff that's going on with the case, you can't click on any of them, so you can't read any of them. So I'm basically just going to have to wait for someone to post these on social media like Twitter or something like that. The only reason why I got the affidavit is because one of the news stations from out there posted it.
It'll be interesting to find out how far away the weapon was from Savannah's head. If it turns out to be like 6 inches or, something like that, then, we'll know he was in the vehicle. But I wonder if it's going to be further. I'm
Yeah,
just trying to figure how this played out in my head.
yeah. All I
And,
know is they
and
found the casings in the car, but they didn't say how many casings. So there's no telling how many times shots were
yeah.
fired.
And then I just don't, so I think I've seen KK commented, because I was wondering if this happened right in front of the house, like how did nobody else hear it? But I think I've seen KK comment that shots fired are like on the regular in that neighborhood, like it's common, so they're probably used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what she said.
Yeah, more than likely they probably hear shots around there all the time, and it's just a normal thing that they probably don't pay a whole lot of attention to.
Mm-mm-mm. So what were you guys saying about? Oh my goodness gracious! What were Gosh bless it! I have to hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see. They said Matthew had drag marks on his back, so he probably wasn't shot in the car. Yeah, they did say he had drag marks on his back, but he very well could have been in the car when he was shot, and the boy had to get him out of the front seat into the back seat in order to move the car. Penny, how are you?
Okay, I got distracted and I forgot. Oh, what was I going I was going to ask you something. And oh, what were you guys saying about a video of a lady? Were you guys saying that the police took a lady out of the Preciado home today? Is that what you guys were saying?
Yes, this morning. Hold on. Let me go back to TikTok.
I wonder what that was about.
It's more than likely the dad's girlfriend, and they took her in for questioning.
Oh, the dad has a girlfriend, not a wife.
Yeah, I thought it was a wife. They said it was a girlfriend. But the neighbor, you haven't seen the neighbor's TikTok videos?
Mm-mm. No, I
Neighbors
haven't.
neighbors on point with the TikTok videos.
Hi,
And
baby.
oh shit, that's the wrong one. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find the TikTok thing again. Why does it keep telling me that I need to add an extension before I can continue? I don't want to add an extension. Shit.
Hi, Big Al.
What's up, baby?
I thought I heard you talking to me, but I got distracted because I kept hearing noises.
Nope, I was typing out that recipe.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I better do it while it's on the top of my head, or I just don't forget. But that's a good one if you like salmon.
I'll go take a look at it. Did you put it under the recipes tab?
Recipes, yeah.
Okay, I'll go look.
Okay, let me find this Culver's, dude.
I wonder if
Hold
my
on.
son would eat salmon. I used to love salmon cakes when I was a kid.
I'm not even going to pronounce that word.
What word?
The word that y'all keep saying that I'm not going to pronounce.
Salmon?
Salmon?
Yes.
Salmon.
Exactly, Avery.
It's one of those words that you can't ever say it right. Just depends on where you are and who you're talking to.
I don't pronounce it the way y'all do it. I'll just say that.
Well, then I got to hear it. What is it?
I ain't saying it.
Well,
Come
there's
on,
two.
now you're killing.
There's
No, I don't
two.
know.
There's
It
two
had-
words.
It has an L in it. I will just say that. It has an
Say
I
L
know
in it.
exactly what. I know.
So
I know.
therefore, I pronounce it with an L.
I know. But I know what it is because there's two words that I can't pronounce. You guys know that first one, degenerative, whatever.
Degenerative.
The other one, because I've been working on my bathroom and I had to go into the supply store, and of course everybody in there got a laugh again because I told them I needed to purchase some caulk. I can't say that L.
It's caulking.
So, it's so aggravating.
Okay, Avery, here's the video. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, you'll see the lady come out. There she goes.
Oh, that's kind of far away.
And then there's another video of her where she's over doing something by the maroon truck.
Wait, is that a police car?
Some people on social media was saying that it's FBI. I'm thinking FBI or detectives. But for sure, law enforcement.
Scarlett, can you say that C word?
Caulking?
Oh, you can say it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It has an L in it.
Big Al, can you say it?
Yeah, when I'm on my full food.
Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full.
Caulking.
Have you saw that one, Avery?
It's caulking.
I seen that one. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's caulking. Oh yeah, just say caulking.
Caulking.
Caulking. Say caulking.
Okay, when I walk into Lowe's and I'm like, can you please tell me where the caulk is?
No.
Yeah,
caulk.
just put an L in it.
I'm trying.
That's why you just say call king. Call king.
I'm just gonna say call K.
No, call king.
It's like you're calling a king.
Exactly. Just say call king. Don't
I'm
think
gonna
about call king.
okay. Call king.
Because if you keep walking up,
call
if you keep
king.
walking into Lowe's and giggling
Saying
on the
it
word
the
cock,
other way.
something's gonna happen sooner or later. That's probably not gonna be very much fun.
No, I don't giggle. I get very serious. I practice all the way as I'm walking in.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I put on a serious business face, and then I'm like, I need some cock.
Yeah, you just put an L in it and
Oh my god.
call
It's so
king.
That
stupid.
needs to be on
Just-
video.
Pretend like you're calling King Scarlet. You're calling King. Okay. Have you seen all these, Avery? All these videos?
I hadn't seen this one either.
Okay, so this would have been yesterday when they were at the house after they then took the dad and the son in.
So they hit that car during the night last night.
Yes, after it was announced that there was 2 arrests, they did the press conference and all this and that, because after, like, here the car doesn't have the tag on it.
Mm-hmm.
The next time when he shows it, the next day it does.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I'm still baffled by the fact that somebody drove the truck.
Yeah, I just can't believe they didn't just drag it onto the tow truck.
They
Usually that's
drove
what they
it?
do.
Yeah, they
they
pulled
drove
it
it
out
on
of the driveway. See, that's the
sitting
truck
right
right
there.
there. They pulled out of
Oh,
the driveway
yeah,
with it.
okay. I see. I couldn't see when the camera's going back up there. I thought the truck was up behind that tree.
Yeah, he's just
I've
rolling down the street
never
at a crime scene.
seen. I've never seen them just drive.
And would that have been the tow truck driver that just got out of the truck with like the bright yellow jacket on, or would that have been a police officer?
Either or, they both wear high visibility jackets.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're sitting in this truck where this towel was thrown. Because I mean, we all saw the towel being thrown into the seat after it wiped off the outside of the car.
Yeah. Don't you love nosy neighbors? We wouldn't be able to see any
Dude,
of this.
this neighbor is on point. For real.
That'd be me, except I wouldn't be peeking through my blinds. I'd be outside recording.
I think there was one or two
Avery
maybe
be
that
live.
he was.
Probably would.
Okay, so that one is. See, then this was the next day.
So that must be the little 19-year-old's Christopher's car.
Probably. I can't believe that they didn't hit the house. Yeah, see, he's outside in that one, and then there's the lady. She's over there doing something at that maroon truck, and that's the same lady that leaves in the car.
It says Carlos is better than the local news. I'm reading the comments.
You know, there's a couple of comments that was pointed out to me that was hilarious.
Carlos just became everyone's new best friend.
Yeah, now I got to figure out what my TikTok logins are so I can go in and follow him.
It used to be that when something like this happened, it was on every news story until they got it figured out. Now it's so prevalent that it's on for one night and then they're on to the next one.
Wait, what'd you just say, Scarlett?
I said I've got to figure out what my TikTok logins are so I can go in and follow this guy.
Oh,
This
yeah.
Carlos
Oh, you
guy.
don't remember your.
Girl, no, I don't remember what my TikTok logins are. I thought whenever I had gotten the new computer that I had put it. I have all of my websites that I go to frequently saved on Brave, like on the homepage of Brave, and I can just click on them. And I thought I had TikTok on there, but I don't. So now I've got to figure out the logins.
Well, do you use the same email? Excuse me, the same email for all of your social medias?
Girl, no, I've got 10 million emails.
Oh, good grief.
I don't use
I'd
the same
never remember.
I don't use the same email for everything.
Oof, I got one email.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
I have a business one and then a personal one.
Okay, so that was all the ones that we done seen. But I've got the guy's name wrote down. But I want to go following. And here, I'm going to put the guy's name, his link in the chat if anybody has TikTok and you want to go follow it and keep up with his stuff that he's posting. Marina is backstage. Okay, hold on. Let me get over to back into my StreamYard. Hold on, because I don't have
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna hop down so I can go see what the heck my son is. He woke up and something's going on. That's what keeps distracting me.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come back in the chat though.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
All right, let me get Marina pulled up here. Well, dang it, Avery. All right, Marina, you there?
Hi, Marina.
I'm here. Hello.
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing really great, actually. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm just tired, but other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm tired too. How are you, Al?
Doing okay.
It could be better, could be
Cold
worse.
here.
Can't
It's
complain.
getting cold here.
Crime sleuthing. Yes, that's what Vapor told me, that the Carlos guy has cancer also. So yes, y'all do. Please keep him in your prayers. And I did drop his link if anybody, like I said, if you have TikTok and you want to follow him, even if it's for other stuff that he's posting, I'm sure he would enjoy the follows. All right, and Marina, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were backstage because I
Oh no, it's
wasn't.
okay. I realized because yeah, you would have said I'll get you up here soon. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
wasn't
wanted
even
Avery to be
looking.
up here though because I was like, because I was putting in chat, I was like, can Avery say? I was like, who's the Home Alone actor? Like, because Macaulay
Oh, from
Culkin.
McCulkin, yes.
I was wondering if she could say that, but then she's gone.
Yeah,
But
I'm
it's
sure
okay.
she'll probably come back up. She's kept getting distracted something with her son, so.
Yeah, no, I heard that. So, no, it's fine. But I am gonna get her to say. I want to see. I want to know if she can say Macaulay Culkin, because then she can say Culkin, Culkin.
Wait, what happened to the big group for this case? King Scarlet, you talking about on Facebook? It should still. Hold on, let me go to Facebook now. Because I'm only part of one. And it is on pause again. Last night they had it on pause, but they said it was going to be unpaused this morning, and then today it was. But I know there's another one. I'm just not a part of it, and I don't know what the name of it is. My God, they have got it burning up in my house again, y'all, with this damn heat. Jeez. Does anybody know what the other Facebook group name is for Savannah?
I do not.
I want to say it was Savannah, Matthew, and Baby Fabian. I think is what it was, but I could be wrong. Yeah, King Scarlet, it's paused, and I realized last night when we were on here that if you're not a member of it, you can't see anything that's posted whenever it's when they have it paused. But there was another big one, and they were talking about that Christopher Boy was part of it. I just don't remember the name of it, but damn, there is a lot of them now. Good God. I'm just part of the big one. Let's see. Marina, did you darken your hair?
It is purplish. There's not much light in my room, but
Oh,
um,
okay.
yeah. But no, it is. It's just the same. I just don't have much light in my room.
Oh, okay. Somebody in chat was asking.
I could probably hold on. Let's see how to do this. Keep on tripping over it.
He was the last person who said us about school shootings is now threatening national. Okay, KK, this says that thing that I just showed you, that screenshot, St. Landry schools. That's what somebody has tagged in a post. People are just crazy as hell and think that it's okay to go to schools and do shit like that. This dude is literally asking people to come.
Well, the media is already trying to spin it like, well, he was bullied and it wasn't his fault. An article just came out. I was just reading it, shaking my head.
What happened on the Casey Anthony's parents things tonight?
I didn't see it.
Oh, I didn't know there was something
I
on
did
it.
see it getting passed around in Discord, so I think some of your people did watch it.
Oh shoot!
Okay, I completely forgot about it.
I didn't know. Thank you.
Yeah, it was something to do. They were supposed to take some polygraph test, and it was supposed to air tonight at I think it was 8:00 my time, and then I completely forgot about it.
Oh. Ooh, Avery watched it.
Avery, did they say anything on it? Like, what did they give results or whatever? Hey, Sarah M, how are you?
Hey,
Okay,
Sarah.
Soto, Guerra, and Fabian. Thank you. That was it. I knew it has something to do with Fabian's name in it. Let me write that down. Okay. And I guess I'll have to go watch the Casey Anthony thing tonight. I just want to see what the results whenever they come out. I want to know what they.
You don't have to watch it tonight if you need sleep. Sleep before
Well,
results.
I need sleep, but I mean I go without sleep a lot, so this is
I know, but it's not good for you.
yeah. I'm like a damn vampire. Let's see, do you agree to follow rules? Yes, I agree to follow the rules. Do I agree to play nice with others? Hmm. They either give you a yes, a
Hmm.
no, or I still can't read option. I'm gonna put yes only because I want to join the group. Okay, so members who don't follow these easy to follow rules will be banned. Capiche? Okay. Should I put yes or I'll put capiche to that one. Hopefully they let me. Yeah, I'm agreeing to play nice with others. All right, so we'll see if they let me join it.
So what do you think, Scarlett? You think all these Epstein drops are going to put anybody in jail, or you think it's all going to be more of
Um,
the same?
I don't know because like the first one that came out yesterday, I still haven't got to read all the way through it. Um, I did notice like some former presidents that were mentioned. Um, who else was it? Somebody else was mentioned in
I
there.
just think if they're mentioned and it's confirmed they were there and we all know what was going on there, then they at the very least shouldn't have a job anymore.
Right.
I mean,
Okay, so apparently one of the former presidents that was there, uh, he was there, but from what I understand, and I don't know if the people that had posted this had actually read through all 900 and something pages from yesterday, uh, said that he didn't participate in anything that was illegal. But
how many times was he there?
I don't know, because like I said, I only got so like it's a lot of reading. It's not just a list of people's
No, no, it's
names.
pages and pages and pages.
It's all court documents. It's all depositions and all this and that. So it's one of those things that I'm gonna have to have time to read like one document at a time and write down names that are mentioned.
I know one thing was pulled out of there that they asked one of the witnesses if Trump was ever there, or if they had ever seen or ever had any interactions with him. It was no, 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 no. So
Yeah.
people are starting to have a meltdown because they all thought he was there. I don't
Well,
know. I don't know.
apparently it was said that he wasn't there and that he helped somebody else get some kind of case against Epstein. Okay,
Yeah,
Shay.
it's going to be interesting. I know that
But there was some more that was dropped today.
tonight, I guess.
And
I
I
just saw
haven't
it fly
yeah,
across Twitter. It's like
I
another
haven't
1,300
seen
pages.
1,300 more.
That's what it said. I don't know
Okay,
how
'cause
accurate it was.
I haven't seen those yet. Usually, if I'm looking for any type of documents like that, I always go to the docket on Twitter. Uh, they usually drop a lot of legit shit. So I usually wait for him to drop them, or there's another one on there that will do like a Dropbox link and have everything in it. I forgot who the other person was. But yeah, there was supposed to be some that was released today, and then they said something about some more was going to be released on the 22nd.
I just saw something not 2 hours ago fly across my timeline on Twitter
Yeah,
saying
I
there
seen
was
that
document
that there was more.
just
I didn't know it was
released.
1,300 pages. 1,300 pages. Like, damn, that's a lot. I didn't even got through a quarter of the 900 and something yet.
Well, I read a couple of the depositions, and they were definitely trying to put somebody in jail with all the questions they were asking for sure.
Oh yeah,
And
because
I mean, some of the answers. It's amazing to me that nobody really was in jail.
there was a lot of depots from Maxwell. Then the girl that's making the claims that this happened to, there's several different ones from her. Um, there was like probably four that I remember from Ghislaine Maxwell. Maybe more than that, but for sure four that I can remember. A lot of the people in here, I did already.
I don't know. If you ask me, when the FBI comes in and goes out with boxes and boxes of hard drives and pictures and movies and videotapes and whatever else they had, they got proof of all kinds of
Mhm.
stuff. Just a matter of who is it. I think those people should go to jail for abusing kids. They shouldn't get away with it because it shouldn't matter who they are.
Yeah, I don't give a shit who they
And
are.
I don't care if
If
they're
they did it,
Republicans or
then
Democrats. I don't give a shit. They should go to jail. I'm sure there's plenty of Republicans in with those Democrats.
oh, for sure. There's
I
all
know
kind
there
of
is.
people. There's politicians. There's celebrities. There's all kinds of people in there. Uh, okay,
I
so
read a
King
thing that
Scarlet, have
Oprah was
you
bringing
got through
kids from
it?
Haiti.
I heard that too.
I don't know how
But
true
I
that is.
mean, it's I don't either because you know how people like to spin
Oh
shit and
yeah,
put
everybody's got to light
out
it up.
misinformation and all that. But yeah, I did hear that too. That she was bringing kids in.
She was there a lot.
Oh, let's see. I wonder if the info will be kept pushed back or if a lot of info will be redacted. I know that the ones that were abused that were minors at the time, their names are redacted. See, I have a list as I go. See, I haven't even got to go like start a list. I mean, if I was to start a list, the only name that would be on there would be Maxwell's,
Isn't it
and
odd that
that's
Court TV's not jumping all over that story?
I think was it News Nation? I think it's the only one. Brian Inton put out that when they came out yesterday and said that they had a team of people that was going through them. I thought Court TV did too, though. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it shakes out because he was a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
Everyone around him was a piece of shit.
That's probably also why a lot of people are staying away from him. Like, even my boyfriend doesn't even like to hear about it. He's like, oh, don't talk about him. Like,
Right?
there's a lot
yeah.
of layers to peel back on that one, and it's just.
Yeah. There's a lot of
It's like
layers.
nothing.
Yeah, a lot of layers, and the whole onion's rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
he
don't
was
like.
a very disgusting man.
Yeah, and with like the weird, like, because it's like the one of those like the woman like how because like people like warm up to women more. It's like the like Fred and May something West. Like
Mhm.
it's just it kind of reminds me of that if that makes any sense. Like um or like Paul Bernardo and what the girl's name. So it's like the man and the woman like I just don't like that. I hate that whole stuff. That
Yeah,
stuff. It's
yeah.
just
That the Stephen Hawkins dude. Uh, I saw two different things about him. One involved midgets
Oh boy.
and a very tall chalkboard,
Oh boy.
and very complicated equations. And then the other one involved multiple people, but I won't say any more than that
Yeah.
because it was very disgusting.
I tried not to read into what they were doing. I just wanted to know who was doing anything.
Well, see, that's the thing though. You have to read it in order
I
to find the
know.
names.
I know.
Because I tried the whole I'm just going to skim through it. And when I come
I
to a
know.
name, I'm going to write it down. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't read it, then you're not going to know if that person is an attorney or who they are.
Right.
So you have to read it. It's there was one depo that I read. Uh, it was one of the documents, and it had like 4 blocks of questions on each page. I guess because it was so long, so they were putting on like 4 pages on one page. Um, and there was some disturbing stuff in it, but you have to read it in order to find the names. That's the bad part about it. I'm scared shitless of bitches. Well, apparently the Stephen Hawkins guy isn't, because
There is something called midget P word O ends
yeah,
with N.
uh,
It's an actual thing. I was like, what in the? There's like there's stuff for like there's like
yeah.
if there's
I don't know about all that, but apparently this dude,
ugh,
like I said, midgets, a very tall chalkboard, and some complicated equations. I'll just leave it at that.
I don't know thing about it too. I've just heard it through the grapevine.
See,
Michelle.
isn't there a document out on it? Where kind of? I don't know if there's a documentary out about it, but are you talking about the Epstein list that was released yesterday?
Well, there's a couple. I don't know if they're documentaries or what they are, but there's some films out about where he was at and what he was doing.
Yeah, I know there's one on YouTube that shows the islands. Like
Because he was in New Mexico, New York, Paris,
London, wasn't it?
London, the island, and Miami, and DC, I think.
And wasn't okay, so he had his private island, and then there was something was mentioned about, was it St. James?
Yeah, St. James Island.
Okay, but there was another one that was mentioned also
Yeah, there's
because
the one right next door to that. What's his
um
nuts? Joe Biden's brother owns.
because the girl was asked, or not the girl, Maxwell was asked about when she had flown as a pilot in his helicopter, and she said she couldn't remember which island it was that she flew to, but it was St. James or the other one, and she named the other one, and she said she always got them confused. Hey Elizabeth, how are you?
Yeah, the other one is the one that Joe Biden's brother owns or sold or whatever that has a submarine base on it.
Okay.
You can actually drive a submarine into the fucking island.
Oh damn.
These
Yeah.
people are so crooked. It's like a bad Bond movie, you know? It just, and then they had to be kid touchers on top of it and just make it so much worse.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, the island, but I do remember the 2 islands mentioned.
Yeah, there's a little St. James, and then the other one's like northwest of it, I think. But
I
now
know
they've
that
got Oprah there like 90 times, and uh, what's that
I know
politician?
Michael Jackson was named in it,
Michael Jackson was named, and so was
but now the person who
Peter
mentions Michael
Schiff.
Jackson's that mentions Michael Jackson's name said that he was there multiple times, but he never
Never
participated
participated in
in
anything. Yep.
anything. Uh, Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that is what that person said, that he never engaged in anything
I don't think Michael
illegal.
Jackson was a kid toucher. I think Michael Jackson just thought he was a kid and wanted to be around kids.
Well,
And
yeah, I mean,
also,
he said that multiple times.
I
He
really
was
do.
still a kid,
Yeah.
and he never grew up because of how he grew up. So he never grew. He never got to enjoy his childhood years because
no, he
he was
didn't.
thrown into fame.
Yeah, his dad was not a very nice man to
No, he
them. He was
wasn't.
very hard on all of them.
Right.
But he got it the worst because he was kind of the best. It's I
He was holding up the whole show.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. And the dad just cared about money, so basically he was like used his whole life. But I don't know, like I don't know, like I don't know what I believe on that one. But I do think that he wouldn't do it at somebody like if he's gonna do it, if he did anything at all, it would have been in his place. I think he was smart enough to know that. But if he had known what was going on, he should have said something if he don't like kids that much. But I don't know. I
Well,
can't speak
and
here nor
maybe
there.
he did say something, and that propofol thing was.
Yeah. or
accident.
Jeffrey had something on him because honestly, I mean, like
I'd like to
I
look
think
up
so.
that doctor's name that gave him the propofol that killed him and see if he's
Oh,
on the
Dr.
island.
Conrad Murray?
Yeah,
Mm.
is he on the list?
I don't know.
You know,
I
you'd
mean,
almost have to look into that because that would make a little sense.
well, it doesn't make sense anyway what the doctor said happened. He was in the room with Michael Jackson. He walked out on the balcony to take a phone call and he come back in and he was in distress. So I'd still.
Seems to me he knows how to administer propofol. I mean,
I mean, he
I don't
was a
know.
cardiac doctor.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Okay, okay. The thing
propofol is
about
not that big of a deal. They use it all the time. I've had it
um
twice in
Right.
the last year.
okay, propofol. I've worked at a when I worked at vet clinics. Propofol is not anything to be used outside of a hospital ever. I don't care
Right.
if you're a superstar. That's what we use to like start the sedation process when they go under anesthesia. Like you do not ever you prescribe it to somebody and let them handle it. It is an anesthetic, DRUG. You know, it is never ever meant to be prescribed to you. It prescribed in a clinical sense, like when you're in the hospital, they'll
I've
prescribe it to
had
you
it.
if they use it.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't jumping up and walking around around that stuff. I'll tell you that right now.
It is not easy to get, at least around here. I mean, I
I
guess
can't
they
No,
have.
imagine.
but he was a cardiac doctor, so he had access to it.
Yes, of course.
And they said that Michael Jackson took it because that was the only way he could get any rest.
That's interesting. I
Yeah.
wonder what his dose was because when we put like the dogs before the anesthesia, just giving them like this little bit, like it would make them like go crazy, and like we
Mhm.
had to, but it would calm them down eventually. But some of them like would have hallucinations right before they kind of calmed down, so we could do everything else and
If
actually
they
put
gave it
the.
to me, I never made it past 5 seconds.
So, but obviously dogs and humans are different, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
I've
Yeah.
never made it past 5 seconds.
They say, okay, you can start counting now, and it's like,
That 5 seconds are a woo, but after that, it's you're waking up going, ouch.
okay, so here's the new mugshots, which we saw the mugshot of the dad, but that's the new one of Christopher without his glasses on. And y'all, I literally thought this dude, when they first put the camera on him last night when he was walking up that hallway, I thought it was a girl in a skirt until they moved the camera a little bit, and then I realized that he had shorts on. Damn shame that boy's 19 years old, never had any prior arrest, and what he's claiming is just some weed. He's now going to prison for the rest of his life. It's crazy to even think that. He looks mad. Be mad at yourself. Yeah, his facial expressions have never changed. That's what's crazy. Like walking up that hallway last night, never changed. He looks like a soulless, empty, dark person. And the dad sitting there with flipping smirks and shit on his face.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Could he? Yes, GGB. He could have a juvenile record, and we would
Mm.
not be able to see that because it would be once he hit 18, his juvie
They would have
record
brought
would
it
be
up by
closed.
now, though.
They both have dead eyes, just Dawn.
Well, I don't know if the only way his juvie record could be brought up is if the police mention it. Media wouldn't be able to get it even because it would be closed.
Yeah, right.
Shit like that leaks all the time.
But they're saying he has, I don't know, maybe just the priors in his adult years, which is what he just, when his birthday, didn't it say October was his birthday or September? So he ain't been 19 very long.
The kid looks like he just got done doing a bunch of crying in that picture.
Yeah, he's got a very, you can see the meanness in this picture right here. The other picture, there was nothing. There was.
He just doesn't look like he cares at all. He's just like, he kind of looks, I don't know.
Vapor, I bet you they put him in protective custody. I don't think they would leave him out around other inmates.
He looks evil, but his cheeks are throwing me off. I don't know. He
Well,
definitely.
he killed a baby,
No, I know. I know. I
Yeah.
know.
and that's killing
I
women,
know.
and killing babies. No, not so
Yeah,
much
I
Mm-mm.
on the
think,
hardcore boys.
yeah. Once he gets in prison, though, if he's convicted, which I fully believe he will be,
Yeah.
uh, he's not going to be in PC no more, and he's going to be out with all them other inmates. And granted, there are inmates in there who have hurt kids, but there's other inmates in there who don't like people who do that to kids.
Yeah.
And this boy right here, he's going to end up being somebody's bitch in prison.
Yeah. What? This is like so from home. When who this guy is? What? I know these pictures. Who?
Do what now?
I know who is this guy again? What's his name?
That's
Oh.
Christopher. Christopher's the boy in the bottom picture, and then that's his dad, Ramon Perciato.
Oh.
They're
Okay.
the ones. The Christopher boy in the bottom is the one who murdered Savanah Soto, the pregnant teenager from
Okay. Yes.
and her
Okay.
boyfriend. Yeah, he's the
Mm,
one that murdered her.
yeah.
Murdered her and her boyfriend and her unborn baby.
Okay. Mm,
Let's see, but he will be on death row. Yeah, he will be on death row. That is true.
oh.
But I'm pretty sure there's a way for other inmates to get to him, even if he's on death row.
And I don't know if that will even like what stage is this again? I should know. I'm so
Texas.
sorry.
Texas.
Oh yeah, he will be on. Never mind. Yeah. He
Oh
will.
yeah, it does. Sure, it's capital
Texas.
murder case.
Yeah, but some states are like they'll be in death, but then it never happens. So, but Texas, yeah, no,
Yeah,
he'll be
Texas
there.
don't
Yeah,
play. So,
they do not. It's like never
and I
mind.
mean, even if he's on death row, there's going to be guards in there who's not going to like this little dude for what he done. That will,
Oh, they'll make his life he double hockey stick.
yeah. He's going to live in pure hell while he's still on Earth, and then once he makes it to hell, he's going to live in eternity down there. So, and he deserves every bit of it. He is an awkward teen. Elizabeth, no, I have not seen his videos. I did see there was a Facebook page that he had, or a Facebook account, and he went by the name of Angel on it.
That man is no angel.
Oh no, he's a piece of shit in my book. I mean, he murdered a pregnant girl and an unborn baby, just for no reason. But there was no reason at all that any of them should have been murdered.
Yeah.
But I mean, damn, a girl who is pregnant.
Yeah. It's sad.
Have you seen his graduation? No, I have not seen it. I mean, he's one of those people like, you know what he done, and it's just pure evilness. But you don't really want to go look at his social media because you know what he done. But then you do want to go look at it to see how he grew up and what type of life he had. 184.
Favor pulled up that TikTok today and started playing those videos. I was like, damn. I'd rather look at those than the other ones, though, from the two that died.
Yeah.
Because that just infuriates me. They made the wrong choice, and it cost them their lives, and it's sad.
Right. 184 people on death row right now in Texas.
I wonder if they're single cell on death row.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think they are.
Is there any death rows that have more than one person in them?
I don't know.
In a cell? I don't know. I just always assumed they were all single cells, but there may be some.
They would have to be.
Yeah.
You can't put a bunch of people with nothing to lose in a room.
Or at least two to a cell, but I just always assumed they were all single cell, but there may be some that's not. Where travels fast behind the walls. There are many there who have nothing to lose and hate anyone who harms kids. He murdered a baby and their mom. The dude is going to be off. I think if he's let around any other inmates at any time, then yeah.
No, they're
And
single person cells.
okay.
They're recreated individually, and they have access to reading, writing, and legal materials, and all recreation is done in a cage. So,
Elizabeth, yes. According to Christopher, Matthew and Savannah went to his house to sell him weed. And then he tries to throw in a self defense type scenario, but the cops knew that he was lying because his story is inconsistent with their wounds and where their wounds were at and other evidence that they're saying that they found in the car. They didn't say what other type of evidence they found, but other evidence. Seven. Damn, there's 7 females on death row in Texas. Wasn't that where? What state was Eileen Warnos in? Was she in Texas or was she in Florida?
I thought Florida.
I keep wanting to say
I thought it
Florida
was a couple states.
that she was on death row in.
Oh, yeah, death row. Okay. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know why I want to say Texas, but I'm probably wrong. Her story is very interesting, and it
Yeah.
could be. I'm thinking Texas or Florida. I don't know why I'm thinking just those 2 states, but her story is very interesting. I watched the movie about her. I think he had onset of possibly schizophrenia, no excuse. Some smoked the coke. Good Lord, Vapor. Vapor, you gonna start writing her notes, putting money on her books?
Oh, she's still. I thought she was. Oh.
Oh no! Eileen Warnos has done been executed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
not saying.
He's talking about somebody else.
who we buying ramen noodles for, Vapor?
He said that the newest one is kind of cute. She's only been there for 9 months. It's a lady on death row in Texas.
Oh, that's no fun.
He said there's 7 of them. 7 of the 180 something is 7 of them are females. He's got okay. So I asked this question, right? Are you going to write her letters and put money on her books? And he has not said yes or no. He's got to go see what her crimes are first.
Oh my god. That would be actually quite interesting to start a pen pal relationship with someone on death row.
You think?
It would be interesting for sure.
I don't think a female should do it.
Well,
I'm gonna be honest. I really don't. Unless you're writing to another female, but even at that point, it can still be dangerous because they still have contact with the outside world.
Because females are dangerous.
And well, I mean, it's not that. It's just that they. He's a never fucking mind.
Oh, it must be bad.
It's just that they know people on the outside world, and they could very easily say, "Hey, I've been talking to this person. They live such and such," and you know what I'm saying. And somebody show up at your house. It's that's why I don't think that all these crazy women who are all in love with BK that. Let's see, Parker was convicted in the death of Reagan Simons Hancock after cutting out her.
Yeah.
That bitch is crazy.
Yep. Shithouse rat crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She deserves to be on death row.
Uh-huh. Fast lane.
Yeah, and she's been there for 9 months, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, she should have done what I know she's got appeals and all this and that, but she should have done like you need to go.
Yes, Vapor. They do say that often.
Wait, what is it? Don't they say the cute ones?
They do say that. I have seen that. It happens for some reason. I don't know.
But it's just it's super dangerous even to. And you for damn sure don't want to become a pen pal with one that can get out because they get out and they need a place to stay, and they think, oh well, I've been, this person's been writing me, and it's
Well, it
not.
depends on how hot they are.
You want some crazy person that's been in prison for years and years to show up at your doorstep?
Maybe for a minute. Then I can go first and say, see you later.
That's crazy.
I'm kidding. 100%.
It's super dangerous.
No, the only way I do that is through a P.O. box. But it would be interesting.
But damn, you'd have to have a P.O. box 40 miles away from where you live at.
Nah.
She's that okay. So that girl he's talking about is only 30 years old, and she did that to somebody, to an unborn baby.
Mm. I don't understand the chemical process in the brain that would have to be there to make something like that happen. I just don't. I can't imagine how cracked out you got to be.
No, I don't know. People are they're crazy. Like I know this happened way like in the 80s when I was growing up, but damn, it's just like it's
It
gotten.
wasn't as prolific. It didn't
It,
happen as much.
was it? It
And
didn't happen as much, or it wasn't publicized as much back then,
well,
like
I
it
don't
is
think it
now? Because
happened. I don't think it happened as much. I honestly think there's a lot of drugs out there that are making
that's
a lot of people do a lot of things that they normally wouldn't do.
yeah, it's fucking with their brain and shit.
Those drugs might help certain people, but for certain people,
They're
it's
not.
it's not
It's having
helping.
a reverse effect on them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's just so many people on them. I've had them throw like 4 different ones at me to try and cure my insomnia, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Right.
I'll just have a sleeping pill. Don't give me something that's for something else. I don't need
Well,
a drug
they
that you use for schizophrenia to try and help me sleep. Nope, I'm good.
yeah, because I mean they have certain medicines that's for high blood pressure that they give for other things, and it's
My doctor makes me put my phone in my pocket when he's
Oh,
prescribing me medication.
yeah. Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because I pull that shit up. I pull every single thing he prescribes me up on Google,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
This is
yeah, no, I'm not taking that.
this is something to think about. Sorry, we were talking because I was like googling this while we were all talking. So there's like a little bit over well, at least January 1st, 2023. There was approximately 2,331 inmates on the death row. And I'm looking yearly, like the actual scheduled and a lot, like when they're gonna be executed. And in 2024, it's 10 people. 25 is 11, and then 2026 is 11, and 2027 is 5 at the moment. So so minus that from like I don't know, let's say 2,100 because I think it's went down because California held a lot then. Uh, but like so that's like going nowhere. So most of those people are gonna start dying out, wouldn't they?
crime rates were actually higher in the 70s. We just hear about it more now. I think a lot of it now is social media. I think that's why we hear about it more.
Yeah, true.
But
We definitely hear about it faster.
I was just
yeah,
giving like statistics. I just thought it was interesting. I'm like it's literally gonna take forever.
yeah. I mean, why is it only 10 in a year?
Yeah, and there's like two. Yeah, I just yeah. Because the appeals
Well, I
and
mean, yeah, I get that people have appeals and stuff like that, but whenever it goes to a point where you murdered a pregnant woman and there's absolute 1000% proof that you did it, no one else could have done it, you are convicted on this and you got the DP.
so but like it depends on the state you're in because like I don't know like it makes me like I mean I now like just because of researching it I now know why it takes forever like why they say people are on a death row like all for a long time because if you're doing it this way or you're doing like 10 people at a time and it's like obviously if someone has an execution date before him and they're in Texas and there's a lot of them there's actually more in Florida though
Mhm.
it's just going to take longer because they have to go down the line.
All right. I just think there's certain people though that should like get it quicker than others. If it involves a child um,
Mm.
under the age of 18, I think it should be done in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
whether it's murder, SA, anything like that, if you do something to a kid, to anybody under the age of 18, your execution should be quicker. Boomer girl, have a good night.
Texas already has a couple of people.
Mm-hmm. Hey, musical. Yeah, it's crazy ass
Wow.
people in this world.
Oh, they're all male too in 2024.
So there's not going to be any females executed in
Yeah.
2024?
Nope. Not as of yet, and not in any of the upcoming. Not through 2027 because that's like all I have here.
Oh, God.
And
Well, the
it's
one Vapor's talking about's only been on death row for 9 months. And so
Yeah.
she'll be there for, and
Yeah,
she's
a long
30.
time.
So
Mhm.
she'll be there probably until she's what, 50 probably,
Yeah.
and did what she did.
Age difference. 36 years, 23 years, 12 years. This person's been for 40 years. Age of offense at offense, and then at age of person at offense. Oh, this guy in Ohio. Oops. I think I would have heard that name. They're both going to be 40. Yeah. So it's this is also interesting. So after 2024, the
Mhm.
ones all the males that are going to be executed until 2027 are all in Ohio at the moment. Besides this year.
So Ohio's trying to like slim down on their death row
I don't know.
inmates.
I don't know.
Loose
Okay.
ends.
Damn.
And I
Sounds like
don't see
loose
anyone
ends.
from Florida going.
Well, I'm gonna jump down, Scarlett. Thanks for having me up.
Okay, well, thank you
Um,
for coming up. I hope you
We'll
have a good
see
night.
you all later.
This is
All
just
right.
interesting. Bye.
So
Bye-bye.
she's
And
actually been there for a year and 3 months now. That page was. Oh, okay. So she's 30 now though, or was she 30 at the time she'd been there for 9 months? But still, I mean, that's still. Yeah, I mean, to be on death row, that's still young.
who's James Dean Moore? Oh, he doesn't look nice.
I'm probably about to get out of here myself.
Okay. Oh.
Ohio used to be just known for yummy, huge potatoes.
Oh,
Or
Ohio.
I said tomatoes, y'all. Potatoes. I thought that was just Idaho that was the potato state.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get some more information tomorrow, though, on Savanah's case. More charges, more people charged, something.
They're probably gonna hold that back though until they're like sure, and then they're gonna be like and like just try to stun everyone.
Crime was committed on October the 6th of 2020. So just a little over 3 years ago then. Wow, it's crazy how some of the stuff that these people do to other people.
Yeah, it's insane. The world is
Yeah, the world has gone absolutely nuts, honestly.
yeah. And it's crazy that people are like, well, actually, I guess people really aren't getting away with this kind of stuff. The ones that do nowadays, I'm like pretty, and they never get away for long, for the most part. But
Yeah, I mean, there are some
yeah,
that get away with stuff. Like, I was looking, something came across my news break feed the other day. And it was like the top Louisiana, the top inmates or criminals in Louisiana that they're looking for. And it was like a guy that was like, I think it was like in the 50s or something like that had escaped from Angola. And he's still on the run. They don't know where he's at. They don't know if he's still alive or what. But like there was several different people that was on that list that they're wanted and they haven't found them.
yeah.
I mean, so there are some that get away with it, but I mean, technology in today's time versus way back then is completely different now, and it's harder to get away with stuff.
Yeah.
And that's like in Savannah and them's case. I mean, the boy did this, whether it was at his house or in front of his house or another location. They still
Yeah.
took the truck not even a mile down the street from their house
Mm.
and left, or took the car to not even a mile down the street, but left the truck at their house, and the
Mm.
cops found it. It's just, some people are just not smart criminals.
That's why boys shouldn't be committing such acts.
Why? Who?
Like little boys. Um, you just don't.
Idaho Vapor, I agree. If it happened in 2020, she was convicted in 2022. That was a quick conviction.
Oh, well, yeah, that's pretty good.
That was literally just a month over 2 years.
Yeah, that's like after pre-trial and all the like logistics. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she got her speedy trial.
Yep. And now she's sitting her ass on death row where she belongs.
Yeah.
See, if it's after midnight and my dogs are playing like crazy, they won't settle down.
Tell him to lay down. That's what my son tells our dog. My boyfriend said, "Tell him to lay down." He goes, "Lay down." Of course, Bailey doesn't listen to it. It's 2.5.
All right, I think I'm about to get out of here for the
I'm
night.
about to fall asleep too.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
Okay, goodbye. Good night, guys. Good night, Scott.
All right, well, you have a good night, and thank you for coming up. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry about you sitting back there for a long time backstage. I wasn't
It
even
wasn't that
on
long.
my.
No, it's okay.
Okay, all right.
It wasn't too
'cause,
long.
yeah, I wasn't even. I didn't even. I had it pulled up. I just had something covering it, so I didn't know anybody was backstage.
Yeah, no, I realized. So, all right. I will see you guys soon.
Okay, have a good night. And Elizabeth, I agree. Like, we need a court date or a trial date for Brian's. Hopefully, we will hear something to do with a trial date on the 26th when they have that scheduling stuff and all that. Hold on a minute. Okay. All right, Vapor, I just answered you that. All right, King Scarlet, have a good night. So yeah, I'm about to get out of here. I need to go take a shower, and I gotta find me something to eat. I haven't even ate yet today. So thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us. Summer, have a good night, and Kelly P, have a good night also. Summer, I'll get back to you on that message that you sent to me, and I'll try to come. I'll come backstage. I'm gonna go take a shower first, and I'll come back there. But I love you all. I hope you all have a good night. Thank y'all for coming. And if y'all will keep Sally Mae in your prayers, I'm not going to go into it on what's going on, but just keep her in your prayers. Anybody else is sick in here, we're going to be praying for you. But I love you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful night.